Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the Virtual Touring Car Cup Season number 2, round number 3 here at the beautiful Hockenheim. My name is Chris Buxton and I'll be your commentator throughout this evening's race. Apologies for the volume level, I forgot to adjust it more than the local dogs could hear in the region. Right, we are just loading into qualifying for race number 1. This will be for our Pro lobby. This week we are starting with the pros. Last time out, the AMs got to start the show, and here we are now back with the pro contingent. For those unfamiliar with the setup, let's have a run through of how things work around here. So it's a touring car series set up in Project Cars 2. It's 8 events over 11 weeks from November through to January. 3 15-minute races per event, excluding round 5, which is a single 60-minute endurance race. Pro and AMs are in separate lobbies. We are starting with the pros, and they are in their lobbies. Let's get their volume on, so we will head over to them shortly. 15 drivers join us for tonight's event. We are in round number 3, so we are in Hockenheim. The full Hockenheim GP circuit is what we will be using for tonight's race. Spotter's guide for the pro class. This is how these beautiful machines look. It is the Renaults and a sprinkling of BMWs that have been used for this series on both the Pro and the AM side. No one has opted to use the Opel, Astra or the Mercedes. And that is how the championship looks for the Pro side. Alex Jameson still leading the way, but 10 points over his Ambition Racing teammate of Andrew Gillone. Those two once again crossing swords at the top of the table. Aaron Large in third, Roy Grassley fourth, David Moll, who had an absolute storming run last time out at Watkins Glen in 5th place, Jay Daniels in 6th, Mark Kelly 7th, Toby Owen, our chief and main driver of the series in 8th, Jason Powell at 9th, and Gary Cooper rounding out the top 10. This is how the AM contingent looks. Again, fine machinery, some new names on both sides as well, so we look forward to seeing them. And that's how the AM side looks, even closer at the top of the AMs with JP McKinley and Kiki Mack, with Finley Swarbrick taking 2 race wins last time out at Watkins Glen. Has closed in a little bit the gap to 17 points. Then it is very much the rest. Chris Callahan and Byron Zimmerman joint 4th position on 57 points. And Andrew Whitehead, Carl Holden, Harry Quinn, Adam Bent and McRae Williams returns to us for this round. For those wishing to see the streamer side of things, 4 of our drivers are streaming their side. Finley Swarbrick, Kev Straw, Kiki Mack and Aaron Large. Let's get on with it, shall we? Let's have a look at who has joined us for our pro contingent this time out. There is Toby Owen. Oh, someone has just disappeared. We had 15 at the beginning of the stream and 1 has already gone. So hopefully they can return to us. Brendan Gummy Bear, or Brendan Van Heeden, his name. Some of the liveries have changed since last time out. I'm sure that wasn't the one that... that's an unusual line Brendan's taking. I think he's getting out of people's way. So that is why he has gone slightly off-roaded. One of the few BMWs we have. Mazda Ron. That's actually Aaron Large. No, his name appeared as Aaron Large last time. For some reason it's reverted back to Mazda Ron. Don't know why. David Moll, much stronger showing last week. Oh, we have a 16th driver. Wonderful. But glad to see David Moll returning to us. He's on home soil, of course, for this week. Andrew Gillone in that wonderful Scottish flavoured BMW. Again, ruling the roost for... his starts have been absolutely amazing. He's still taking race wins in the old Beamer. Roy Grassley, bit of a mixture last time out. So we'll see how well he can do here in Hockenheim. There's Mark Kelly. And rocking the Renault. The Renault being the about 75% of the field overall over both lobbies, the pros and the AMs, of Renault being the stronger selection. Now, one of our new drivers, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this correctly, Jacek Sterba from the Czech Republic, is a rallycross driver that is joining us for the VTCC. Wonderful to have him along, and a lovely custom livery on his car as well. I like that. You can't miss that coming. The champion and championship leader Alex Jameson still has it all to do though, only 10 points being his lead over the mighty Gillone. But he hasn't had it all his own way, but still taking race victories in the season. Jay Daniels, his very distinctive blue and orange Renault, as we're starting to get some times on the board. Mr. Fishwick, Colin Dunn. I'm very partial to that particular livery. Toby Owen, our chief, the man responsible for the VTCC. Also the VRCC is the organisation. And who has got some times on the board? Mark Kelly currently sits in second behind Andrew Gillow, with a 47.0 on the board for the BMW runner. Alex Jameson currently second, 6 turns behind. Roy Grassi in fourth. Jason Powell, we didn't get a chance to mention his name. It's been a very mixed season for him, for a pretty disastrous Silverstone, followed up by an absolutely roaring Watkins Glen last time around. Wow, Gillow having an argument with, I think that's Brendan. Oh no, it wasn't Brendan. I beg your pardon. Not sure who it was that, that Andrew Gillan had to kind of elbow his way past. Oh, there we go. It's Stu Neal. That's why I didn't recognise who it was. Stu was running the blue, sort of the blue default livery last time out. He's gone for this very, very fetching. I like that. I do like that livery. It's the same as Brendan's, I believe. That's why I thought it was him. Well, no, it is. It is indeed the same as Brendan's. Lovely, lovely job. And that is Andy Gillow pushing along. Who on earth is he chasing? I can't remember who's running that livery. Much to my shame. I should have had the spotter's guide ready. I indeed intended to, and I completely forgot. As Gillow slides his way through the final turn, through the street curve, to complete another lap. Does he improve? He does. A 46.4 on the board now for the BMW runner. And he returns to the pits. Who hasn't got a time on the board? Gary Cooper. Yet to get... Hello, rank dropper. Well, that's a returning name. Now, there was rumours that Nick Bailey was also going to return to us, but as he's been having terrible back trouble, he's not been able to join us, sadly. So, but rank dropper, I'm trying to remember who that is. I've done it again. I have forgotten who that is. It's in my notes somewhere. It's going to bug me if I do not look up who that actually is. Benson! It's Carl Benson, yes, of course it is. Oh, silly me. Right. Where did Gary Cooper appear? 10th position with a 150.0. There's time defined on the board. Now that is not a name I recall. Like I said, I was told that we were going to have some new names, but I'm afraid I don't know who this one is. Whispered, I'm reading that as. Interesting. Who is that? Also, David Moll is yet to... I was just thinking David Moll has not got a time on the board, and as I was having that thought, he's just crossed the line. Is that... No, it's not Andrew Whitehead, because he's in the amps. And he's also in a BMW. Come on, Colin. You need a time on the board, sir. Let's follow him through. Mr. Gillow's back on. Perfect timing. Let's run through a lap with our current pole sitter. 146.4 of Andrew Gillow. Slides his way through turn 1. It's really easy to wander too wide there in the Nord curve. And that is a real pig for track limit penalties. Heavy on the brakes, down for turns 2, 3 and 4. He stays tied to the apex for 2. 3 is a fairly non-existent one, and 4 is the first part of this very long turn 5, the Parabolica. Now, I did wonder whether we were going to use the shorter version of the track, which disappears there on your right-hand side. Nope, we are using the full version, as you can clearly see. Down to turn 6, the hairpin, slowest part of the circuit. Big braking zone, and it's going to be one of the most opportune overtaking opportunities on the circuit. Get a bit of a tail wag on the exit, which is true BMW style, and certainly true for Gillow. And I doubt he would argue that. Through turn 7 into the Mercedes arena. And then bang on the brakes for turn 8. Again, really easy to wander too wide. Very early on the gas there to slide over to the right and swing through turn 9 and 10. Well, 9 is the tiny little left kink that doesn't really exist, and then 10 is the main part of the turn. Now 11, mobile 1 turn. Lots of slideways. Does he overcook that? Yep, that one's invalidated. Oh, that was a shame. That was looking pretty good. Turn 12, the Sachs curve, as we're now well into the arena. 13 and 14. As long as you get the entry right, then nothing really to worry about. 15, you need to get this one right. Lots of slideways again, as he really want to be able. How much slideways from Andrew Gillone. Very nicely done through suit curve, turn 16, and over the line. That one was invalid. Again, it's so easy to wander wide on that turn 11. The amount of opposite lock going on by Andrew Gillone is absolutely fantastic. Oh, well caught, sir, on the exit of turn 1. Absolutely well done. There's Carl Benson. Good to see you still running, sir. It was good to see Mr. Rank Dropper back in the ranks. Well, Whispered. Again, I haven't figured out who that is. So I'm afraid I'm none the wiser if that's a new driver that is running that very checkered livery, or whether that is someone's gamer tag that for some reason for me has not updated. It can happen. I'm just going to bring up the spotter's guide for myself so that I have that to hand, which I really should have done to begin with, I grant you. See if I can help identify myself who that actually is. Is that Quentin Chauvetot, I wonder? It is! It's Quentin Chauvetot! I knew I'd seen the livery before, and I was trying to remember who's the one that has the red element on the back. And there we go. It's number 96, the Full Send from Full Send Reading. We'll just wait for the car to come past it, because it should have 96 on the side. Oh, no, there we go. It has it on the window. So, yeah, that's Quentin Chauvetot. There we go. Mystery solved. Because that would have absolutely bugged me on who that actually was. I don't think he's changed his name on purpose. It's just, for some reason, the gamer tags come through for me instead of the actual name, which unfortunately is a bit of a Steam quirk more than anything else. Oh, Jason Powell. Where did he go? There he is. Just jumped up to 5th. 1:47.618. Now the sort of more representative times coming in. 3 1/4 minutes to go of this qualifying session, the first one of the night. So we'll be with the pro contingent for races 1 and 2. The AMs will get their race lobby going in about 5 minutes time or so. And we'll jump across to them after we've done race number 2 for the pros. By which time they would have done qualifying in race number 1. We'll then swap over to race 2 for the AMs, then back to the pros for race 3, and then we'll finish the night on race 3 for the AMs. It's the same format we've run all season. We started with the pros for race 1, we started with the AMs last week for race number 2, and of course back with the pros this time out. Gillone leads from Jameson, just 2 tenths between them now. There's Alex Jameson in the 46s as well. Wow, Aaron Large also in the 46s. A 46.897 for the banana split BMWs, I've called them before. So just half a second off the back of Gillone. Brendan Van Heeden with a 47.4. He's back in the pits. He could come out again if he's gets on with it. God, wow. 16 thousandths of a second separates himself from Mark Kelly, who is hounding the back of Carl Benson, who still has yet to get a time on the board. That's what it looks like from Carl's perspective. Well, that is what it looks like from Carl's perspective. Oh, his car does not want to get the nose in. It's difficult with front-wheel drive Renaults to get them to behave sometimes. Over the line, does Carl get a time on the board? He does, a 48.806. Just slotted himself into 12th place. Ooh, bouncing around. There's been movement up top, I think, as Jason Powell now down into 6th position. Mark Kelly in 5th. He was there before. He's still 16,000 behind Brendan. They have not come back out, so they will not improve on their time this time around. Stu Neal, that's a solid result for Stu. We haven't seen a lot of him as he hasn't been where the action has been hottest. Certainly Watkins Glen, I rather caught up with him after he crossed the line. But he currently sits in 7th. Nice midfield start with a 47.8 on the board. There's our Prole man. He's coming through the Mercedes arena, I think. Giving it all the beans and all the slidey ways. On the exit of turn 10. That's Mercedes arena he's just coming to now. Coming through to the stadium section. Now this is where it went wrong for him before. And he's kept it in check this time. If it goes really badly wrong there, they can kind of end up here at turn 12 at the Sachs curve. 13, 14, 15 now for Gillone. Can he improve in the 55 BMW? Sideways is the order of the day. 146.4, and does he improve? The checker flag is out. He does indeed. A 46.255 for Andrew Gillone. Where is Jameson? Oh dear, someone's wandered off the road in the background of the shot there. What was the message I just had? Not to do with this. That's fine. So again, we pick up Alex Jameson at roughly the same kind of point. He's now coming through the... He's gone through turn 10, so he's gone through the Mercedes arena, now coming into the stadium section. Can he improve? Again, all the slidey ways for the Renault. Heavy on the brakes, down through the gears. Interesting he chose number 3 as opposed to running with the number 1, as I would expect the champion to do, but his own choice. Entirely his own choice indeed. Oh, now the Renault did not want to behave itself coming into turn 15. But does he improve? 66. Over the line. No improvement. Remains in second position. There's Aaron Large in the background, giving it large. Does he improve? 46.897. No improvement for him. Is that Toby Owen behind him? Yeah, he remains in 11th. And that's David Moll. Just jumped up a few positions there. Didn't quite see where it was to 4th. So there we go. There was the grade 4. Race number 1. Andrew Gillone leads Alex Jameson. What a front row that's going to be. Then Aaron Large and David Moll, row 2. Then Brendan Van Heeden and Mark Kelly in row 3. Jason Powell and Stu Neal in row 4. Jeke Sterber and Roy Grassi, row 5. Scroll down the list. And then I'm going to have to remember the whispered. He's actually Quinton Chauvetot. That's the first time I've seen his name like that. And the camera, that is the most useless camera angle in the world. So on row 6, or is row 6 is Toby Owen and Quinton Chauvetot. Row 7 is Carl Benson and Jay Daniels. We have lost one, unfortunately. And the field is rounded out by Colin Dunn. Hopeless at identifying who it is we have lost, unfortunately. Let's see if we can have a quick look at the spotters going. Mark Burton wasn't with us, neither was Nick Bailey. Jack Mays we haven't seen. I don't wonder why Carl is not running his usual livery. Don't know is the answer to that. Unless, of course, that is not Carl Benson I'm looking at. Pretty sure it is. I'm sure Rank Dropper was his. Game Attack. So, yeah, I'm not sure who it is we've lost. Oh, we haven't lost Jerke. Have we lost Jerke? No, he's there. Not entirely certain, I'm afraid, who it is that has disappeared from the running order. So this is now the moment where they can, if they're going to change setup, they can do. They can't really change anything else at this stage. So it really just come down to using these last couple of minutes to kind of settle their head. There we go. Everybody has readied up. We are now going to get this round underway. Here we go for tonight. Time to wind them up and let them go. Who is going to be bravest on the brakes and who is going to get the best start from the line? Once again, Andrew Gillone absolutely storms it from the line. That BMW is a lightning quick starter. Woohoo! Aaron Large, where the hell are you going? He had a big tank slapper on coming through turn 1 and has lost a multitude of positions as we see the rest of the field work their way through turns 2, 3 and 4, going on to the parabolic for the first time. There's Brendan Van Heeden side by side with Mark Kelly. Going down through turn 5. Kelly on the outside. He wants the inside line for the hairpin. Can he hold on to it? It's just quickly check the back of the field. There's Colin Dunn. Looks like everybody has made it through okay so far. Gillone fends off Jameson. Fends off Mole. Oh, Brendan Van Heeden. Where have you come from? You'd suddenly dropped Mark Kelly. Or have you? No, that's Kelly. That's... Oh, flash of the lights there from Jason Powell. He was not happy about something. Oh no, beg your pardon. That was Brendan Van Heeden flashing his lights at Mark Kelly. I beg your pardon. So Brendan not happy about something, it would seem. Didn't really see anything that untoward, although maybe the route that Brendan was taking was avoiding a potential incident. There is Jürgen Sterber. Oh no, he's got turn 8 wrong. Turn 7, I beg your pardon, wrong. But he's hanging on in there, side by side with Stu Neal. Hangs on to 7th position. That's the view from David Mole at the moment as he stares at the top 2. Trying to kind of close the gap in. He's equidistant almost between himself and Mark Kelly. Between himself and Mark Kelly, try that again. Between Alex Jameson and himself and Mark Kelly, I should say. So Jameson continues to chase. Andrew Gillone, once again, these two mighty behemoths crossing swords for the top honours of the race. And already we have a time penalty on the board. It's Roy Grassi who's having a go at Stu Neal for 7th place. Can he get it done on the inside of turn 2? Little bit of tap, little bit of contact there, nothing too bad. Jürgen has fallen down the field. It looks like he has. Jürgen Sterber is now down into 12th place. That's not gone well for him. Lots of battling going on. There's a bit of a gap forming there behind Brendan between himself and Jason Powell. 5th and 6th, so there's a bit of a strange one there, but the top 2 still have a little bit of breathing space. Wow, Toby Owen. Trying to get through that battle between Neal and Grassi. My goodness, which he has managed to do, but Jason Powell now with a time penalty on the board. So have a quick look. 1 second for Powell and Grassi respectively. Decent start there for Toby Owen. Didn't qualify particularly well. Oh, that's a bit of a late break there from Stu Neal. Taps Toby Owen on the side, but doesn't wait for him. That one could come to the stewards a little bit unsportsmanlike as we jump back to Quinton Jovita. Actually, I was aiming for Jay Daniels, who's fallen right the way down to 12th now. Jürgen Sterber has had further trouble, has fallen behind his back. Oh no, that's Aaron Larch! What's he doing back here? Well, how on earth did Jay Daniels avoid that impact? That was so close. But alas, that is Master Ron, who's got it all wrong. And what on earth has happened to Carl Benson all the way down here? Miles behind the field. It's gone horribly wrong for him on his return. Jay Daniels on the back of Quinton Jovita for 10th position. Great train forming there. And look at that. Wow, that's how close Jay Daniels and Quinton are. That's less than 3/10 between those two. Roy Grassi again looking to try and make a move. This time on Toby Owen. And still fighting for their position. They come into turn 2. Master Ron has gone into the pits, unfortunately. And then in the background we just saw newcomer Jürgen Sterber. I say newcomer, he's not new to racing, he's just new to the VTCC. Here we go. Is Sobio going to try and get the slipstream? He does, but he's forced to the outside line for the hairpin. And at the bottom of the shot, that's Jason Powell and Stu Neal having a bit of an argument, a bit of a lock-up there for several people. Roy's going to go a bit wide. Toby's going to try and cut back underneath him. Can't quite get it done, though. And slots back into line. Slightly further up for the field, there's Brendan Van Heeden on the back of Mark Kelly, who's on the back of David Mole. Wonderful three-way battle forming here. Has formed, has been there for a while, for the last podium spot. Mole leads Kelly, leads Van Heeden. So far, so good. As Jameson and Gillone, as you can see at the top of the shot, have broken away. Dennis Jameson's gone a bit hot into turn 8, I think that is. No, beg your pardon, that's the stadium, so into 12. He's now closed back into the BMW. Alex Gillone did have about 7/10 of a gap between himself and the Renault, but that is now dissolved to nothing. Now, he said last week that he rather needs either luck or rain for the BMW to truly shine. And he said that the BMW is not a fan of changing direction. Well, by that definition, the BMW should be nowhere. Yet here he is, leading the way. Oh, look in the background. What's gone on here? That's Mark Kelly and Brendan Van Heeden side by side. Brendan went a bit wide. I think he had to back out of that, which he has had to do. That's a shame. Further back again. Jason Powell and Stu Neal. No, they haven't swapped around. That's the position they've already been in. Slowly further down again. Jay Daniels on the back of Quinton Chauvetot, who's chasing Toby Owens, who's chasing Roy Grassi. A four-way battle for 8th position, although Jay's fallen a little way off the back of that. Mazeron, Aaron Large, has found some company in the form of Carl Benson. And look at that again. So that just shows the differences between the two cars. I mean, both of these drivers are absolute top-notch drivers. Of course, Alex Jameson being the champion of Season 1, his main challenger all of that season and of this season as well is the one in front of him, one Andrew Gillow. So again, that's nearly a second between the two. They were nearly on top of each other at the start of the lap as Moll is fending off Brendan Van Heeden. So Mark Kelly has fallen behind Brendan at some point. Now these two, they're not teammates. I thought they were for a moment, but no, they just both have primarily black and white liveries. Look at this, Brendan is absolutely piling the pressure onto the local boy of David Moll. Ooh, bit of a lock up there, nearly ploughed into the back of the native German. Native German, he is German. Doesn't just live there, he's actually from there. Slightly further back, Roy Grassi now at the back of this particular. Well, he's now on the back of Stu Neal and Jason Powell. He's broken away from the pack that was chasing him, and Jay Daniels has now moved up to 9th. So whilst I've looked away, this whole field is swapped around, and oh my goodness, not again! Toby Owen has had a big argument with something very, very solid, and is now heavily damaged in 10th position, with Quinton Chauvetot right behind him now. Slightly further down the field, there's Colin Dunn chasing Jurka Sturber. I hope I'm getting that name correctly. I've asked my Czech Republic confidant, someone I work with on the regular, and he's done his best to try and type how you say a Czech Republic name to an Englishman, which is always a challenge. Oh no! Stu Neal and Jason Powell have gone off the hairpin. Oh no! That's allowed. That's is that Jay Daniels is right in there now? It is. And Powell's had to go immediately on the defensive to try and keep Jay Daniels behind him. My goodness. Yeah, we didn't quite see what happened there. Oh, Mark Kelly and Brendan Van Heeden were side by side. Oh no, was it Moll and Brendan Van Heeden? I beg your pardon, I think I looked at the wrong two. I saw a bit of a change of names up here, and I looked at the wrong one. Wow, David Moll lost 9/10 of a second to Brendan last time around. Any wonder that Brendan is pressuring him so hard. 6 seconds down the road now is the top two. Is this an opportunity for Brendan Van Heeden? That's going to be tight coming into turn 1. No, he's opted to not push that one so hard, and I don't blame him at all. It's not an opportunity realistically into turn 1, unless you have massive overspeed from the guy you're chasing. Jay Daniels still on the back of Jason Powell. That's the battle now for 8th position. Toby Owen is fending off the advances of Quinton Chauvetot, as you can see. The closest battle is definitely this one for 3rd place. The lead two, well, we won't really see them in this shot, I don't think. A bit of a slipstream from Brendan. Oh, just see the back of Alex Jameson's car coming through the hairpin. It doesn't look like Alex has a answer for Andrew at the moment. Bit of a lock up there for David Moll. Is this a chance? Oh, and again, Brendan just couldn't get the power down when he needed it. There in the background of the shot is Mark Kelly. There's Roy Grassi, and then followed by Stu Neal and Jason Powell. Oh, I thought Brendan might have had a bit of a dive there coming into turn 8, but he decides not to do it. Brendan has had amazing pace and terrible luck. And that's generally how I always sum up Brendan Van Heeden, unfortunately. Oh, is this a chance for him now coming towards turn 12, coming towards the Saxo. He signs up, looks at the inside line, but does not commit to it. It's not a big braking zone there. Not in these cars, at least. Well, the hairpin is the easiest opportunity, but again, you need a decent run out of turns 2, 3, 4 and 5 for that to be the case. So Brendan's just got to bide his time. We're already, 2/3 through the race. Less than, about 4 minutes to go now. That's our lead pair. Still fighting on. And Gillow continuing to hold position over Jameson. Jay Daniels still pressuring Jason Powell for 8th place. Oh, I thought he was going to commit then to the inside of turn 1. I was just about to say that's going to be a very, very brave move if he opts to go for it. But of course he didn't. And wisely so, I think. Oh, here we go again. Is this an opportunity for Brendan Van Heeden? He's in the slipstream. He is gaining on David Moll. He is going to go for the inside line of the hairpin. Moll goes to the defensive line. And Brendan Van Heeden is he going to try and commit to the outside line or cut back underneath? Surely he's going to try and cut back under. Ooh, nearly impact between the two. Well handled by both of them. And no, Brendan still can't get past it. Brilliant defensive driving from David Moll. Now you could argue that Moll only had to position this car in the right position. Well, yes, but they are still pushing absolutely crazy. Oh, a tiny mistake there from Moll. I think there was a lagging moment there from Brendan. I don't think he actually tapped the back of David Moll's car. But there was a tiny mistake there, which Brendan, well, again, there was not really a position for him to be able to capitalise on that through 8, 9 and 10. And towards turn 12, again, you saw the thought from Brendan to try and banzai the inside of 12, but again, it's not a big enough braking zone to realistically try it. Jay Daniels still keeping on to the back of Jason Powell, but not in a position to really attempt an overtake. That's why I'm keeping mainly on this battle for 3rd place. 2 minutes 20 to go. And that lead has increased a little bit between Gillone and Jameson. Still, Brendan Van Heeden on the back of David Moll for 3rd place. Oh, again, he's showing his intention, but David Moll not falling for that one. Although I say that, he's gone deep. He's locked up into turn 2. Surely now, into the slipstream for the penultimate time in this race. Is Brendan going to be able to do it this time? He will start again. It will be by enough, but David Moll once again goes to that defensive line. And now Brendan cuts back underneath him. He wants the inside line for the hairpin, but can he slow it down? No! He's locked up and he's taken David Moll with him. And this time, with a bit of elbow barging. Oh, Brendan! He's let David Moll back through. That is a wonderful piece of sportsmanship. Brendan knew that he'd locked up and David Moll had no opportunity to counter-attack. So he's allowed David Moll through. And David Moll acknowledged that with the flash of the lights. Absolutely wonderful sportsmanship from the South Africa. Less than a minute to go now. As our lead pair come over the line for the penultimate time. And Jameson doesn't look like he has an answer for Jameson as battles are starting to resurface. Stu Neal on the back of Roy Grassi. That's about off at 6th place. That has rather sprung out of nowhere. There's still a second between them. Powell and Daniels still fight for 8th position, as well as Toby Owen fending off Jaka Sturber now for 11th place. A bit of a touch on the grass there. Again, this Alex just isn't close enough to try and move. Oh no! Brendan's made a mistake somewhere. Brendan must have made a mistake in those early few corners that's dropped him a second or so behind. Yeah, 1.2 seconds. He's made a mistake. Oh, golden opportunity for Brendan to try and pressure for that podium spot. And it's gone in the blink of an eye. Well, well, well. Stu Neal, similar gap between himself and Roy Grassi. He's not really in a position to challenge Jay Daniels, Jason Powell. They're a bit closer. Is this a chance for Jay? No, he's just not close enough. Well. Looks like the battles have finally sorted themselves out. There's Yoka. He's not close enough to Toby Owen at this stage. Jump back up to our race leader. The checker flag doth await the BMW. He is being chased hard by Alex Jameson. Ooh, that looks a little bit snappy there from the BMW, but Andrew Gillone does keep it under control through 15 and hasn't binned it. Your winner for race number 1 for the pro contingent is the BMW of Andrew Gillone, chased home by the Renault of Alex Jameson. The battle for third rather concluded a few corners ago, unfortunately, but to the advantage of local boy David Moll, wins a podium, I should say, on home territory. Brendan Van Heeden, a valiant effort, comes home in 4th place. Mark Kelly, a solid 5th for him. Roy Grassi fends off the advances of Stu Neal for 6th position, and then Jason Powell just about keeps Jay Daniels behind in 8th position. Here's Quinton Jovito, finishes in the top 10 and elevates himself into 9th position due to penalties. Toby Owen just about keeps Jurka Sturber behind him for 11th position, and a few changes of position. What on earth is the penalty count there? That's why Jay Daniels has a mysterious 36-second penalty that's likely to be appealed before the day is done. Oh, Carl Benson. What a shame for you, sir. I wonder why he's not running his normal livery. Something must have gone wrong there. But over the line he comes to round out the field. Not been his day, I think it's fair to say. And ready to chuck his car sideways over the line. Why not? So, confirmation before any steward's intervention. Andrew Gillone takes the win from Alex Jameson 2, David Moll 3, Brendan Van Heeden 4, Mark Kelly in 5th, Roy Grassi in 6th, Stu Neal in 7th, Jason Powell in 8th, Quinton Jovito 9th, Toby Owen rounding out the top 10, Jurka Sturber in 11th, Colin Dunn 12th, Jay Daniels 13th, and Brendan Van Heeden. I knew I'd do that. Carl Benson. That was always what he used to do when they ran their gamer tags last season. Carl Benson rounds out the field in 14th position. Well, once again, our amazing competitors not shy to put on a show. All right, now it's a small opportunity for our competitors to come and have a chat with me if they so choose to do so. They don't have to. But whilst we wait, we'll stick the background music on. There we go. So it's entirely voluntary if they wish to come and have a chat with me now. We've got 16 drivers, waiting to go for race number 2. I doth be joined by our first and second place competitors of this race. Right, let's have a chat with Andrew Gillone once again on the top spot, but once again you had to work for it, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a bit of hard work. Really, there was no mistakes could be made. Couldn't get a penalty or anything like that on there. He was pretty much constantly within a second of me, so that's nice. Team 1-2, so we'll take that. Yeah, all went to plan.
True enough, you are indeed in the same squad. But is there team orders going on, or are you just thinking, no, let's just stay line of stern?
No, there's nothing agreed or anything. I think we're here to race at the end of the day. I think if it was getting towards the end of the championship and Alex needed a couple extra points in the bag, then I would happily shift over and let him through. But yeah, I think he's happy to race. I'm happy to race. It's what we're here for, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, again, at the end of the day, I'd like one of us to be winning the overall championship. And if we can take the team championship, then it's a bonus. If I can assist Alex in gaining a little bit further up the table, then I'll happily do that when it's getting to the point where it's maybe a bit more critical to do so.
Awesome stuff. And what is the secret to your start?
BMW.
All down to the car, you modest man. You.
100%. It's rear-wheel drive. Off the line, all the weight goes on the back, and that's where the drive is. So the front-wheel drive cars are the weight goes to the back and the drive's at the front, so they're light. They're not getting the traction that the BMs are getting. So yeah, no, it's 100% car for sure. I can't take any credit myself on that. But, I was hoping to kind of get in the top 2 rows on the grid in qualifying. I was not expecting pole, so that was a bonus. I thought if I was in the top 2 rows, I could maybe sneak into first off the line off these Renaults. But there's another BMW in third as well, so it's obviously a strong track that favours the BMW. So I'll have to try and take as much advantage out of it as we can.
Fair play, and good luck for the remaining races of the night. Thank you very much, Andrew Gillone. We also have in the box the counterpart. It's Alex Jameson.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. And once again, wow. I mean, starting alongside your teammate is one thing, but it looked like it was a bit of a mixture of whether you were going to have the pace over him or not. You would gain on him, and were you holding station, or were you thinking, no, I really didn't have an opportunity to press the advantage?
For the first few laps, I think it was a case of just sort of holding back a bit. I certainly wanted to get I think the two of us had a bit of a pace advantage, but I just wanted us to get out of the tow, so I wasn't going to try any city moves there. But yeah, to be fair, after that, Andrew was just absolutely rapid, didn't make any mistakes. As he said when he was chatting to you now, it's just a case of I think we're relatively even on pace. Between the laps, I'd catch a bit on one lap, he'd take out the gap a bit on the other. So yeah, it was just a case of not making any mistakes. I think at the end of the day, neither of us really did, and we came home first and second. So it was a good result for our team's championship.
Somewhat. Absolutely amazing performance. Is this a particular favourite track of yours, or is just another in the list you're strong at?
No, I do enjoy this track. It's one of my favourites. So it all's gone pretty well here. I think the BMW is looking pretty strong at the circuit. So I think this evening it's going to be a case of probably not taking any city risks against them and just bringing home the points that you can. But yeah, I've always enjoyed driving here, so glad to bring home another good result.
Awesome stuff. I don't think you need any good luck wishing your way, but I'll wish you nonetheless good luck for the remaining races. Thank you very much, Alex Jameson.
Thank you very much. We'll certainly need it for the random grid race.
We will see. See you on the other side. Thank you very much, Alex. And no one else has come forward, which is absolutely fine. There's no necessity for them to do so. So we'll hit the music until the lobby is restarted. Because remember, this is race number 2, so it's random grid this time around. No qualifying. All races are in the dry, so they at least don't have the weather to have to combat. Just each other. So race number 2 usually throws up a few surprises. We'll be back for when the action gets underway. Don't go too far, because it will only be in the next few minutes. There we go. We are now loading into the session for race number 2. Right then, who is being dumped where? As a reminder, it's random grid, so they don't get to dictate where they start, just how they behave when they get there. Okay, it's Mark Kelly And Alex Jameson, oh well, prime opportunity for Alex to run off into the distance. Let's see how well that goes. Colin Dunn and Jürgen Sterber in row 2. Very nice. Jay Daniels and that... goodness me. My brain, what is going on with Aaron Large? How did I forget it was him? On row 3. Again, not entirely sure why my Steam has decided to revert back to using Commentator, because Aaron's name was correct, as was Quintin's. It's definitely something that's gone wrong on my side, which hopefully will sort itself out later. David Moll and Stu Neal take on row 4. Brendan Van Heeden and Quentin Jovato take on row 5. Roy Grassi and Gary Cooper. Oh, the Cooper Motorsport pair side by side on row 6. Toby Owen all the way down there in 13th. And Jason Powell in row 7. And Andrew Gillan. Oh, now his name reads correctly. Bizarre. Andrew Gillow now at the tail of the field. He's going to need that mighty start that BMW affords him. Whilst I get what he's saying, and I do love the BMW, it does have a bit of an advantage because all the weight shifts backwards onto where the power is being driven to. It does need you to moderate the right foot properly. So it's not all car. And that's an unusual bit of movement there from Alex Jameson. Oh no, he's gone! A prime opportunity for Alex Jameson, and he's been binned out of the session. Oh no! Oh, I feel for Alex. That's happened to me as well. But here we go then. Time to wind them up and let them go! Oh, that looked like a jump start from one of the Cooper Motorsport pairs, and this has gone horribly wrong. This has gone horribly, horribly wrong. What on earth is going on here? Mark Kelly has gotten a good start. There is Aaron Large in second. Stu Neal's just nailed the BMW on the outside. What has happened here? Now the rest of the field gets... What has happened? That is bizarre. It looks like we're running with it. Oh, and that's a huge impact further back. Gillone's avoided it. Cooper got absolutely slammed. Cooper, he's lagging around everywhere. He is gone. Oh, who on earth was sent skywards? It was Jason Powell. What on earth is going on here? We're already down to 11 drivers. And his car is undrivable. Gillone's all the way up into 5th. On the outside of Colin Dunn and Jay Daniels. Jay Daniels has demoted Colin Dunn a position. And Andrew Gillone's having a storming run from the back of the field. Mark Kelly is not hanging around either. He has gotten ahead of the field and is leading the way by, oh goodness me, 2.5 seconds now. Stu Neal second. Aaron Large in third. Jürgen Sterber a little bit on his own at 4th, comparatively speaking. He's gone a bit deep there into turn 8. My goodness me, there doesn't look like there's any indication that the race is being restarted, so it looks like we are running with what we've got. Oh no, I wonder, Powell and Toby Owen have retired. I wouldn't be surprised if this race is restarted, but until I get the word, no indication of that as yet. David Moll on the back of Jay Daniels for 6th position. I have had a message come in. We are restarting the lobby. I thought so. I thought that would happen because that was just the most bizarre. David Moll's bringing his camera to the pits. Yep, that lobby is being restarted. That is not a surprise. Well, that was just all sorts of mad. Some of our drivers have disconnected from the lobby, so they will have to return. Until such time as they do, on goes the music again. Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen, but that is the joy of sim racing. Sometimes the lobbies don't go as they should. We will be back with you as soon as we can. Attempt number 2, race number 2. Let's see how it goes this time around. Well, some people will no doubt be winners and losers as far as the grid indication is concerned. Here we go again. So it's Mark Kelly and Roy Grassi on row 1 this time around. Brenda Van Heeden and Jay Daniels take on row 2. Stu Neal and Colin Dunn on row 3. Alex Jameson all the way down to the 7th this time from second, although he disappeared as soon as the lobby began. And then Aaron Large on row 4. Andrew Gillone starts a bit further up the field than he did last time. Alongside Jason Powell. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one to see. In row 5, David Moll all the way down there in 11th, alongside Gary Cooper on row 6. Quinton Chauvetot and Toby Owen take row 7. So Toby is definitely one of the losers there. And Jakob Sterber all the way at the back of the field. As I say, that's through no fault of their own. That is a random grid because we had to restart it. Then it's done the randomising again. A great shame that has unfortunately put us a little bit further behind schedule, but never mind, we will roll on. There should be a bit of a break in between when we swap over to the AM lobby anyway, so hopefully we should have enough time to switch over to the AM lobby without holding up things any further. 30 more seconds for our drivers to ready up and get this race underway. Hopefully we won't have the same kind of lag problems that we have just experienced. A little bit unfortunate. It's the first time we've had that kind of issue, but that is sim racing. It's unfortunately no one's ever immune to such problems. Well, someone hasn't readied up. If they don't ready up, they'll be kicked out. I mean, it does happen sometimes when they don't have an opportunity to. The game goes a bit wonky. Well, someone didn't, and someone's going to be out. And there we go, it was Gary Cooper. Unfortunately, that couldn't ready up. Couldn't or didn't. Here we go then. For the second time of asking, someone's already having a bit of a wander. That's a lag moment. Away we go. Let's see who's going to have the greatest start as we scream on down. The BMWs both going for that middle ground. As we scream on down to turn 1, Mark Kelly sweeps through. Brendan Van Heeden in 3rd place. He's already having a go at Roy Grassi for 2nd. Looks like everybody's made it through this time, other than Gary Cooper, who sadly has had another trouble. He did say that he was having some internet trouble. There's Gillen up to 6th position. Still swapping around. Oh, wow, Jason Powell looks like he's lost a few spots. Jakob Sterber has gone through on Quinton Chauvetot. Gillone's just gone past Stu Neal for 5th position, chasing after Jay Daniels. Heading on down towards the hairpin, you can see side by side Roy Grassi and Brendan Van Heeden, as well as Gillone and Stu Neal. Gillone's gone in a bit hot, but no major impact there. Oh, and that's someone off the road. Who was that? That's disappeared. Not sure who there was. Oh, Jameson's falling through the field. Oh dear, it's not going well for Alex. Oh, as he's got a big slide on. Oh wow, Yerka's got all kinds of... Oh, what on earth is going on here? Alex gets slammed into the back. But I think, was it... No, it wasn't Quinton. It was Toby Owen. What on earth happened there? There's a huge misjudgment there as he slammed into the back of the Renault. But Mark Kelly up front, leading the way. Brendan Van Heeden has just got himself a track limit penalty. 2 seconds on the board for him already. Gillone up to 3rd now, as Roy Grassi chases in 4th. But again, the random grid race going badly for Alex Jameson. First time of asking, he disconnected, and sadly, it's not looking much better in the 2nd attempt. As we look, Colin, it gets a bit fidgety on the exit of the final turn for Colin Dunn. Oh, Grassi, what's going on with Gillone? Oh no, he's had a problem. He's now down into 6th place. He's had a problem at turn 1. Oh no, Andrew Gillone, well, at least he's got time to kind of rectify. Jakob Sterber on the inside of David Moll going into turn 2. Does he manage to get, well, kind of gets it done? Yes, he does. He's into 10th position ahead of Moll now. There's Jameson. on the back of Shobito, who's had a fairly good start. On the back of Aaron Large now. Whoa, right behind. I think it's Jason Powell trying to make a move. Yep, that's Jason Powell trying to make a move on David Moll. Oh no, he's gone in too deep and he slams into the side of Jameson. Oh my goodness, he overshot the braking point. And that's Jameson that has absolutely taken a huge clout to the side of the car. Brendan Van Heeden now sizing up Mark Kelly for the lead. And Gillow on the back of a bit of a train here. That's 3rd to 6th in this particular train. Fighting absolutely everywhere, as you can imagine. There's a 5-car train behind them. Toby Owens in the back of it, although he's fallen off the back of Jacke Sterber, who's still chasing David Moll. Big amount of sideways going on. Oh wow, now Jacke Sterber, he's a rallycross driver from the Czech Republic, so going that sideways is second nature to him as he goes past David Moll. Nice move. Gello trying to size up the same move on Stu Neal. Rear-wheel drive car will probably make that a bit easier as Brendan Van Heeden gets the... I think he's got the fastest lap. He does. Brendan Van Heeden 47.3. Fastest lap of the race so far. Sizes up Mark Kelly. Thinks about an inside manoeuvre into turn 2. No, doesn't go for it. In the background. Oh, yes, he does. Oh, no, it's lag. That was a big lag moment. That would have put a few people off. I'd have thought there's Gillow trying to do an outside manoeuvre on Jay Daniels. I think Jay was one of the ones affected by the big lag moment from Brendan Van Heeden, who's had no luck with his internet service provider. But Gillow manages to... Oh, wow, there's damage to the side of his BMW as well. So he's gone through on Daniels, but does look like Jay's trying to save up with the move in response. But at the same time, Andrew Gillow goes for a big move on the inside of the hairpin on Stu Neal for 4th place. Bit of door banging going on. No harm, no foul there as they chase off after Roy Grassi. Side by side still as they come down towards turn 7. In the background, lots of fighting going on as well. Aaron Large side by side with Jacke Sterber, who's now up into 7th position. Jacke had a very steady race 1, but is now really starting to find his feet. And down the middle, oh my God, parting the ways is David Moll in the 33 car, trying his best to make up. Don't make the move too desperate, David. Oh wow, as Sterber is side by side with Moll. Well, it's impossible to know where to look. They're 3 or 4 wide almost coming down into the stadium section. That's Toby Owen. David Moll's actually fallen to the back of this field with the moves he's trying to make. My goodness, there goes Quinton Shobito trying to make a move. In the background as well, we can see Alex Jameson trying to make his way back through the field after that almighty great smash he was involved with. He's just gone around the outside of Colin Dunn. Jason Powell at the back of that particular field. My word. It's difficult to know where to look. And the lead is under threat again. Brendan Van Heeden on Mark Kelly. Is he going to try and shape up a move into turn 2? No, he still can't get it done. Behind them, Gillow on Roy Grassi. Ooh, couldn't get the move done, but I think Andrew's probably timing it well. That's the view from Gillow. And actually, we'll jump a couple of cars back to Jay Daniels, who's chasing after Stu Neal. We can see, and Gillow is now side by side with Roy Grassi. Coming down towards the hairpin. Jay Daniels is getting the slipstream on Stu Neal as well. Gillow nudges ahead into 3rd position. Can he slow it down? Whoa, that's way too deep! Way too deep for Stu Neal. Didn't look like there was impact from that side. And Gillow up into 3rd place. My goodness, how did Stu Neal slow that down? This amazing pack here still fighting tooth and nail, of which Toby Owen is at the back of. David Moll already ahead of us. Well, Toby Owen caught this particular pack actually. Not sure Toby Owen was originally in it. P8, as you can see from the timing bottle of the bomb. Oh no, that's Quinton Shobito's been shoved off. I think Jurgen must have missed his braking point, or Quinton was very early on the brakes. He's got sent off into Narnia. David Moll up into 9th place, pushing Jurgen Sterber forwards. Aaron Large has broken away from them. These 4 Renaults also beside. Oh no, there's Toby Owen that's sent off. They managed to recover. Quinton trying to return to the racing line, but Toby Owen was already in it. Toby and Quinton side by side coming down towards turn 12. Oh, Toby's gone a bit deep. Can he slow it down? Yes, he can. Trying to give the racing room as well, and manages to retain that particular spot. Woo-wee, my goodness, it was fighting everywhere, as tends to happen in the random grid races. Lovely amount of slidey ways going on from Jay Daniels. Andrew Gillow now with a 47 flat. His fastest lap of the race. as Brendan's made a little bit of a mistake. He fell a bit off the back of Mark Kelly, but has regathered his pace by the look of it. That's what the front two look like. Andrew Gillone absolutely on a chart now. First and second one was his. Has now just gone to Jay Daniels, so Jay is really charging as well. Trying to get past Stu Neal for 5th position. Absolutely amazing stuff. Few clumsy moves, few missed braking points in this race, but again, just as I say, that's Stu Neal too deep into the hairpin, but does not slam into the back of Roy Grassi. And then you've got this almighty great pack here, which now is beginning to dissipate a little bit because Jakob Sterber has broken free of it, I think. Well, a little bit, but now Jameson's on the back of it after his disastrous start. Quentin Chobito's gone a bit too deep into the hairpin, and it's Jason Powell's gone on the penalty board. There's a lot of people on the penalty board, so that in itself isn't really indicative of anything. Let's have a quick look at that. 2 for Brendan, 2 for Roy, 1 for Jay, and 3 for David Moll, 5 for Colin Dunn, and 3 for Jason Powell. Goodness me. It's difficult to know where to look at the moment. So we'll look at our champion then. So Watkins Glen, it was of the top 2, it was Gillone that was a little bit kind of disadvantaged in the race, and you can just see how much pace Jameson loses on those straighter sections. As the fastest out, 46.7 from Andrew Gillone. He is charging towards the top spot, but Jameson's lost so much straight line speed because of the damage on his car, which is very clear and apparent. There you can see that Gillone's broken away from this three-way battle for what is now 4th place between Roy Grassi, Stu Neal and Jay Daniels. Through turns 2, 3 and 4 onto the Parabolica. Jay Daniels falling off the back of this particular pack as Jakob Sterber now gets on the penalty board with, what's he managed to get himself, a 2-second penalty, which with everyone else around him is not really going to cost him too badly. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Gillone does catch the back of Brendan Van Heeden, who is really challenging for the lead again from Mark Kelly. Can't get it done though. Mark Kelly doing exactly what he needs to do. I wasn't sure what that was. Now Toby Owen is now suddenly challenging for 8th, well, 8th, 9th and 10th is all being challenged for. David Moll is up into 8th position now. This pack is just constantly changing. Jakob Sterber sizing up a mood. Looks like the inside of turn 8. Ooh, close. There may be a tiny bit of impact there, but nothing too bad at all. 9, 10. Down towards the arena. Alex Jameson, this will be where he loses out. Again, on board with him. You just see that pack just edges away, but he then closes back in on them in the corners. The cornering efficiency of the car has not changed. There goes Jakob Sterber on the inside. Oh, but no, bigger pardon, that was David Moll defending from Sterber. Coming into the arena, there's Toby Owen on the back of the Czech Republic newcomer. Trying to work his way through, trying to avoid the issues. And there we go. We now have the proxy warning on the standings. This is what the triangle, the exclamation mark of the triangle for. I think Gillone is going to be there. I think the timings do seem to kind of wander a little bit, unfortunately, in this track. Roy Grassi and Stu Neal have managed to break away from Jay Daniels, but that fight for 4th isn't done yet. But this squabble here, as we jump down to Quinton Chobito side by side with Jakob Sterber, who's made a bit of a mistake somewhere. Can Jameson capitalise on that? Through the Parabolica, David Moll has got a bit of breathing space. Toby Owen now up in 9th place. Chobito 10. Sterber in 11th. Is Sterber going to try and make the dive on the hairpin? Oh, Chobito's got that all wrong. He's going to be facing the wrong way. Bounces off of Jakob Sterber, bounces off of Toby Owen. And well, he lost the position, but not too much time did Chobito. He rejoins in 12th position. We have lost one from the race. I think that's Jason Powell that's called it a day. Jumping back up to the front though. As each moment goes on, Gillone does close in a bit on this particular pack, but with only 2 laps to go, is he going to close in enough? A time penalty for Brendan. That's 3 seconds now, so the second at least is going to go Gillone's way. Jay Daniels is now on the penalty board. Goodness me. I did say at the beginning of the race that the penalties were not going to be kind. In the back of this. Oh, Brendan goes for a big move on the inside of turn 2 for the lead. Can he slow it down? Can Mark Kelly get that position back again? He does look like it, but this is giving Gillone all the run he needs. Side by side with the 2 Renaults down through the Parabolica. Here comes Gillone to upset the party. Could he steal the lead from the both of them? Because they've had a compromised run into the Parabolica. Oh my goodness, Mark Kelly. No, Brendan, sorry. Is not having anything to do with that. He decides discretion is better. Bala, and Gillone tries to get the drive on the inside of Mark Kelly, but can't quite get it done. That's completely changed the fight for the lead. Sterber is still having battles, this time with Alex Jameson, who's doing the best he can with a very broken car. Running their way through. Down towards the hairpin. Who's going to blink first in this particular run? Mole. Oh no, Jameson's round! Jameson, I think, got hit by Quentin Chauvetot. Wasn't quite looking at them, but again, Jameson and his race gets worse, and that Gillone's now up into the lead. Didn't see it happen, unfortunately. Looking at the wrong fight, but Gillone has taken the lead on the penultimate lap. Brendan's still on for a good result, though. Oh wow, very sideways for the Renault. Gillone's going to be hard to catch. He's difficult to catch at the best of times. Andrew Gillone could be on for the clean sweep here. Final lap of race number 2. Jay Daniels, another track limit penalty for him. As Brendan, I mean, he needs to get clear by 3 seconds. As it currently stands, he may well just opt to stay where he is. There's Roy Grassi still fighting off Stu Neal behind them. Again, Stu Neal doesn't really need to do anything. He's going to gain... Oh no! He's outbraked himself into turn 2. Nudge on Gary Cooper. Fastest sector 1 by Brendan Van Heeden. Is Brendan going to try and make a move though? I'll fight for Alex Jameson and Quentin Chauvetot coming into turn 1. Quentin has gotten ahead of the champion though. I think Brendan's got no choice. He's going to have to stay where he is. But still, he's got that 3-second penalty, and he is not 3... Or is he? Oh, yes, he is. He's 5 seconds ahead of Roy Grassi. So yeah, he's not going to fall out of the podium positions unless it all goes wrong in this final lap. And that's Mark Kelly that's gone too wide. He's ridden the curbs. And that's given, on track at least, 2nd position to Brendan Van Heeden. And Andrew Gillone's, thank you very much. I'm going to dance off into the distance. As they come back into the stadium section again. I mean, I don't think Brendan's not got enough time to build up that 3-second gap that he would need to retain that position. As Toby Owen and David Marler side by side coming into turn 8. Nicely driven. Jack Sterber still trying to join in with that particular battle. Toby Owen still right in there, still side by side with Mole. As David Mole has regained that 8th position, but here comes Yaka. My goodness, he's found his confidence. Side by side with Owen on the inside of turn 11, and he's got the position. As the top 3 across the line, Gillone has taken the 2nd win of the night. Mark Kelly 2nd, Brendan Van Heeden 3rd. Stu Neal has, of course, inherited that position, 4th position from Roy Grassi. Jay Daniels takes 6th. Aaron Lars 7th. We really haven't had a chance to look at them. There's David Mole being chased home by Jakob Sterber. Penalties will dictate these finishing positions. Let's see how they fall. David Mole crosses the line. Jakob Sterber is going to cross the line in 9th. Toby Owen crosses the line in 10th. Do they change? Mole drops to 10th. Jakob Sterber takes 8th. Alex Jameson is going to cross the line in 11th place. Quentin Chauvetot 12th. And Colin Dunn rounds out the field. My word. What a race that was. Gillone takes the win. And fastest lap by quite some way over Mark Kelly, and then Brendan 3rd, Stu Neal 4th, Roy Grassi 5th, Jay Daniels 6th, Aaron Larson 7th, Jakob Sterber 8th, Toby Owen 9th, David Mole rounding out the top 10, Alex Jameson 11th, Quentin Chauvetot 12th, Colin Dunn in 13th, and Jason Powell sadly retired from the race. Holy moly! What a crazy, crazy show we have just witnessed. So again, the drivers do have an opportunity to come and have a chat to me, but this is the time when I swap over to the AM lobby. So you'll hear me clicking away in the background. I'll just put the music on once again. Now, because we're kind of out of sync a little bit with the timetable, I don't think we've lost enough. There is a bit of a gap between the end of race 1 for the AMs and the beginning of race 2. So we should, if I've done this right, we should basically join, if I can actually put the details in correctly, we should basically join whilst they're mid-session, and I am being joined by... Who's come to join me?
Mark Kelly.
Our second place man. Our leader for a long time, and Mark Kelly, well, welcome to the commentary booth.
Thank you very much.
You had a lot to do.
Yeah, Brendan was being very kind to me. I think he was worried about connection issues causing a bit of a crash. He was much faster. So yeah, just trying to hang out for a podium.
I mean, in fairness, you made him work for it. I don't think that was entirely on Brendan. You were doing very well to keep him behind. But talk us through it from your side.
Yeah, got lucky with the getting 2 poles on the one that went wrong, and then I thought I'd be nowhere, but yeah, got pole again. And yeah, it's pretty much just hanging on, really. Knew I wasn't the quickest one there, so yeah, just trying to not get a penalty and see where we ended up, which first podium, so yeah, it's really good.
Great stuff. Where are you envisaging your pace for race 3?
If I can get in the top 5, I'll always take that as a win, really. Around 5th is considered good for me.
Best of luck for the final round then. Thank you very much. Mark Kelly.
Excellent. Cheers, Chris. Bye.
Brendan, great to see you on the podium again, my friend. Oh, you're lagging out a little bit there. Oh, so
it's been a long time. Mark was definitely on pace there.
Yeah, he'd say it looked like he made you work for it.
No, he definitely did. There was nothing wrong with his pace whatsoever. I was making stupid mistakes from behind. But I'm just happy to finish, and I didn't DC, so I'm happy with that.
True, you did, and very big show of sportsmanship. I think it was in race 1. You and David Mole, I think it was.
Yeah, no, look, I tend to pride myself on that a bit. I'm not going to push people off, and I don't think it's proper sportsmanship doing that. So,
huge respect for you, sir.
Yeah. That's the way I like it. But yeah, no, I think it's awesome racing tonight. Awesome.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed seeing that one. Will we see you on the podium for race 3?
Oh, I'm going to try. For some reason, I just can't get my lap times, but I'm going to do my best.
That's all we can ask. Thank you very much, and good luck for the final race of the night. Brendan Van Heeden.
Thank you.
Right, we're just waiting for race number 2 to get underway for the AM lobby. We are in and settled. Just going to wait for them to hit the button, and we will get going when we can. Yeah, a few people have had some difficulties, so we have seen some difficulties for some drivers. So as soon as... Just make himself... just as I was about to say start when ready, they hit the button. So we are counting down then for race number 2 for the AM side. So we now get to see our amateur contingent. So as a reminder, so because of the popularity of the series, we've had to split the pros and AMs into separate lobbies. We now get to see the AMs underway. We are in the process, hopefully, of securing a dedicated streamer for the second lobby, so I don't have to do the hopping around, which will be great, so we can get equal exposure for both sides. But for the time being, this is how we're doing it, so both sides get some representation on each race night. And should be loading in any second. Now we've got 19 drivers for the AM side, so a bit higher representation. Always good to see. Again, I'm told there's a few new names on the AM side. So we'll see how well they've done and who's going to... Oh, Kiki Mack, the second place championship contender. And Toby eyes that. I don't know who that is. So that, I think, is a newcomer. It's not Tobias Eriksson, because he's a BMW runner, so I'm not sure who that is. Welcome to you, Toby Air. Carl Alden and McRae Williams. Glad to see McRae back with us. They take on row 2. Chris Callahan, our lobby host, and Adam Bent in row 3. Andrew Whitehead, our lead BMW, and Harry Quinn take row 4. That's Matt Webb in that one. And Byron Zimmerman, who's had some support in the channel, take on row 5. Finley Swarbrick, who took 2 wins last time out, and JP McKinley. Oh, they start side by side on row 6. Nice. Alice Hughes and Matt Webb. Oh no, it's not the Matt is not Matt Webb, because there is Matt. So I don't know who that is. I don't know the Matt that we have in the plain BMW. I forgot Matt Webb was actually a Renault runner. They take on row 7. Sean Morton. Oh, welcome back to you, Sean Morton. And Kev Straw in row number 8. David Garside running his normal livery this time, not the plain white one. And Mark Holmes. Oh, welcome to you. Welcome back, Mark Holmes, in row number 9. Trev Hummer is American contingent. He's running Tobias Eriksson's skin. Interesting. Tobias isn't with us unless Tobias has switched to... that could actually be Tobias Eriksson. He's switched to the Renault if he's done that. Well, you lose all your points if that's the case. Right, here we go then. For the AMs, time to wind them up and let them go. Who is going to... What a storming start from Kiki Mack. Straight off the pole and like a absolutely scalded cat. Takes off and into turn 1, running a very Welsh-flavoured livery. Fair play to you, even though he's an Irishman. And actually, that's a jump start. That's a jump start. Oh no, we've got lots of people up in the background. Oh no, God, Whitehead's gone round. Zimmerman's in there. Oh my days. Oh my goodness, absolute chaos. That's Mark Holmes has gone round. Don't rejoin like that. Oh no, that's the unknown Matt is in there. We've lost a driver already. Mark Holmes is in trouble. JP McKinley's down there. Oh my goodness, Callahan's come off worse. Whitehead as well. Oh my goodness me. But Kiki Mack, that's a 20-second jump start penalty. I know he's good, but that's going to be difficult to undo. Oh my goodness, I thought his start was good and we have lost. I did see someone disconnect. I don't know who we've lost from the back of the pack, unfortunately. Oh no, it's Alice Hughes. Alice Hughes is round. Oh dear, oh dear. They are dropping like flies, unfortunately. Kiki Mack leads the way from what I think is Tobias Eriksson, but if it is, he's switched to the Renault. But we're going to call you Toby Air until I get confirmation of that. Carl Alden has got an almighty great pack behind him. That's Finley Swarbrick. So Finley Swarbrick's made his way through the chaos and is up into 4th place and challenging for the podium. There he goes on the inside, heading towards turn 8. What a move if he can get it done. Yes, he can. That was someone wandering off the road in the background of the shaft. Finley Swarbrick up into 3rd place. Great move. McRae Williams returns to us. I thought his was the blood-splattered type livery, although it is still very red-heavy. Welcome back to you, McRae. Up into 5th place, there's Harry Quinn. In 6th position, David Garside and Sean Morton. Oh, that's a very unusual line from David Garside. Oh, and he caught Sean Morton as well. In that exchange, right there's that chasing pack that has come to early grief. Alice Hughes and Matt. We don't know who that Matt is. Kev Straw. Oh no, he was aiming for the pit lane, but it fell off the pit lane entry. Oh no, is Kev Straw ever going to get a break? Goodness me, other than his car braking. But Kiki Mack is doing exactly what he needs to do. He's run off to the tune of 3 seconds at the moment. Then Toby in 2nd. Finley Swarbrick is side by side with McRae Williams. McRae making a move for 3rd place. Side by side, 2 side by sides. Carl Alden wants to get involved in this particular battle. Who's going to be able to slow this one down? Bit of a nudge from Alden, but nothing too bad. Alden trying to get to the inside line, but can't get the drive. He's actually jump on board with Matt Webb, who's actually had a decent run. He got caught up in some very nasty incidents at Watkins Glen. And Finley Swarbrick still fighting McRae Williams, but McRae is a bit of a swapper, so Finley gets into 3rd position and diving on the inside, but he can't slow it down. Carl Alden. Alden just could not slow that one down. And he's actually lost the spots. Harry Quinn has gone through and taken that 5th place. What a great move. So Swarbrick now has made his way through all that lot. As that battle continues, but look at this lot here. Sean Morton behind Trev Hummer, a newcomer in the BMW. Has made his way past Chris Callahan. Right ahead of them, Andrew Whitehead's made a move on JP McKinley. Our championship leader is demoted to 10th place. As Kev Straw is still in the pits. He's been in there a while. My word. Matt Webb on the back of Carl Alden, on the back of Harry Quinn. And then a bit further up the road, McRae Williams is still chasing Finney Swarbrick, who they're now closing in on Toby Air. My goodness. Oh, as the white Renault's gone a bit deep there. I'm assuming that is Toby Eriksson, Tobias Eriksson, because he had a prominent white car, but it was a BMW last time, which I'd say the livery is actually being worn by Trev Hummer, who's having an argument with Chris Callahan for 11th place at the moment. Oh, Finney Swarbrick on the inside of Toby Air. McRae Williams got nowhere to go, but Swarbrick up to 2nd place. As McKinley has managed to muscle his way past Whitehead, but can't turn in. He's going to have to let the BMW back into 9th place. Right behind them, Sean Morton, Chris Callahan, Trev Hummer. Oh dear, Trev's gone wide in the Beamer. And returns to the track. He's lost that spot to Sean Morton. My goodness me. There's McKinley on the back of Andrew Whitehead for 9th place. Oh, he's not going to make a move through there. Finney Swarbrick, fastest sector 2, so Finney's not hanging around either. There's Toby Air now down into 4th place. McRae Williams is still chasing Finney Swarbrick pretty hard. Matt Webb still on the back of Carl Alden. Oh, and that's a slow Harry Quinn, and what on earth had happened to Carl Alden? I think he was put off by the fact that Harry Quinn was very slow through that section and without avoiding action. Has flown off the road, but that's now Alden up into 6th. Matt Webb up into 5th place now. Behind them, David Garside's having a decent run up to 8th position now after that very early excursion. There's McKinley on the back of Andrew Whitehead. Sure, he's not going to try an outside. Oh, what on earth? What on earth was that? It looked like he was trying an outside manoeuvre, but you're never going to do an outside manoeuvre into turn 1, so that's going to need some explaining, I think. Sean Morton still in that big old pack. There's Trev Hummer right behind. And Alice Hughes is coming to the pits now. Callahan chasing JP McKinley. So McKinley's gotten past Chris Callahan. And there's McRae Williams still chasing Finney Swarbrick, so they really have dropped Toby Air. I'm going to call him Toby Air until I know whether it either is Toby Eriksson or isn't. Trevor still hanging on to the back of that particular pack. Oh, that's someone's very slow. Who's that? Is that Callahan? That is Callahan. He's either had a slowdown or... I think he's had a slowdown because he doesn't look like he's trying to let JP McKinley through. Those two still crossing swords. McKinley's gone a bit deep, but there's a big tank swapper there for Callahan. Here comes Sean Morton. Still hanging on to the back of this particular pack. Speaking of this pack, there's Carl Alden and Harry Quinn side by side coming towards turn 12. Harry can't quite get the move done. Well defended from Carl Alden, and that's cost him time. There's Matt Webb, who's up into 5th place now. And there is Toby Air right ahead of him, so a decent opportunity there for 4th place. There's McRae Williams nailed to the back of Finney Swarbrick. Oh, track limit penalties everywhere. 22 for Kiki Mack, 2 for Finley, 2 for McRae, 1 for Toby Air, 2 for Harry Quinn, 4 for David Garside, 2 for Trev Hummer, and that is all of them so far. Oh, McRae Williams really pressuring hard on Finney Swarbrick's case. Oh dear, that's not a good run through turn 1 for Trev Hummer, but look at Sean Morton, can't quite get the move done. I think he backed out of that one. He didn't want to go side by side into turn 2 with Chris Callahan. I don't blame him at all. That's not really a corner you can go side by side through. Harry Quinn still on the back of Carl Alden with David Garside right on his case. There's Matt Webb, really is closed in on the white Renault of Tobier. Oh, Tobier's gone very, very wide. Just about manages to return. Fascinating scrap for second place. Well, technically is the race lead, as King-Kodiak has that monstrous great jump start penalty. You can excuse me, you can drop the hammer a split second before the green light goes out, and it is the way to do. Thank you. I've only just noticed that AKMC has actually told me quite some time ago that Toby is indeed Tobias Eriksson. I apologise for not catching up on that sooner. So that is indeed Toby Eriksson. So he's lost all his points for switching from the BMW to the Renault, so the BMW representation gets even smaller. As I was saying, you can drop the hammer slightly before the green light comes on. It is the way to get the best start, but it's very risky because you can jump the start, which is exactly what King-Kodiak has done. So that's going to drop Kiki down to about 7th or so. Garside's still in a bit of a battle. He's got to slow down by the sound of it. There's Alice Hughes actually directly ahead of them. But of course, she's a lap down. Gary Williams still nailed to the back of Finney's Warbrick. King-Kodiak is out front, minding his own business. There he is. He would love to have built up a 22-second lead, but it's 22-second lead in a 15-minute race is very, very hard work, I would say. Callahan on the back of JP McKinley. Not often you see JP down there, but because he was caught up in that opening fracas that caused quite a few people to be out of position. Eriksson Matt Webb off the road, completely off the road at the hairpin. Didn't see quite how that happened. But Eriksson hangs on to 4th position. Williams still on the back of Swarbrick. Garside is on the back of Harry Quinn, who has got Alice Hughes directly ahead of him. Alice needs to get out of the way as that's one way to do it. Oh dear, Alice Hughes rather unceremoniously binned into the side of the road there. Alice Hughes needs to kind of get on the straight and get out of the way. She'll be under blue flag conditions. Oh dear. She's not relinquishing to them. That's going to hold up David Garside, unfortunately. Really, she needs to just bleed out the throttle there, but David Garside's overdone that, and unfortunately he's going to send both of them off into the dust. Oh dear. Lack of awareness there, unfortunately, from Alice Hughes, who is new this season to... Oh, wow, Swarbrick and McRae were swapping position there. So Alice Hughes is new to the VTCC this season. She was involved in quite a few incidents last time out at Watkins Glen. As King-Kodiak has got the fastest Sector 1. Nicely done. As Warbrick continues to fend off the advances of McRae Williams. And JP McKinley is still on Chris Callahan's case. Now, behind, you can see David Garside has remained ahead of Alice Hughes. Shouldn't really be trying to challenge, although a lap car can try and unlap itself as long as it doesn't hinder the car it's unlapping itself from. Matt Webb, big inside move on the inside of the hairpin for Matt Webb on Tobias Eriksson, and manages to get the move done. That's 4th place to Matt Webb. He's quite some distance behind the next battle. He's 11-ish seconds behind these two. But with less than 3 minutes to go, it's unlikely that... Oh no! Trouble down here that's Garside's off. He's lost a bit of his car. That's Andrew Whitehead that's gone through. Oh no, David Garside. Huge damage there. I think he may well have come together with Trev Hummer, as we did see both of them off into the dust. Whitehead trying to make his way through. There he goes. He'll be able to pass the very wounded 13 BMW. There's technically Tobias Eriksson's skin, although I see no reason why that couldn't become Trev Hummer's skin. With a few minor adjustments. Oh dear. Well, McKinney has had another one join this fight. They've caught the back of Harry Quinn. So that's now a battle for 7th position. between those three. And not far on the road, Carl Alden. Oh, it's Swarbrick and McRae Williams again, side by side as they work their way through turns 2 and 3. Now that is for positioning because they both have the same amount of penalties. This is for the race win. So Swarbrick slots behind McRae Williams. He's going to go for the inside line coming down to the hairpin. Can he outbrake McRae Williams? Can he slow it down? Nicely done. And McRae can't cut back underneath him. Really well played there from Finley Swarbrick. Very nicely driven. Look at this lot. There on the outside is Chris Callahan. And they're chasing Harry Quinn pretty hard as they come down towards the hairpin. Oh my goodness, they're making it 3 wide. Oh, Callahan, you gave me a heart attack there, sir. Wow, still side by side is Callahan and Quinn. No, sorry, Callahan's actually fallen behind JP McKinley. And still they go on. Is McKinley going to try and make an inside manoeuvre into turn 8? Yes, he's gone for it. Can he slow it down? Yes, he can. Well driven, but Harry Quinn's under a really good exit from that turn 8. Side by side now through 9 and 10. And here comes Callahan again. So Harry Quinn could turn from aggressor to defender. Side by side, the 2 yellow ones. No, they've had to sort that one out. Quinn slots in into 8th place. McKinley now but 7th. Here comes Callahan. Can he get the inside line? No. My goodness, that fight is still alive and kicking. Curry is still on the back of Swarbrick. Oh, he's going to try and size up and move into turn 2 again. No, he's learned from the last time. Final lap, the checkered flag is out. Kiki Mack is some 10 seconds down the road, but with an over 20 seconds of penalty, he will fall behind them. He'll only actually fall to about 4th or so. What's his penalty count? Still 22, so he'll actually fall to 4th. It's better than what it was when I last looked at it. Here we go again. Williams and Swarbrick. Williams goes to the inside line. Can't commit to it. He could not get alongside enough, and that's going to compromise his exit from the hairpin. Has Swarbrick done enough to secure the win? Kiki Mack has had very little to do all race long. And still, this lot are having an argument. Further down the field, there's Ericsson, there's Alden, there's McKinley, Quinn, Callahan. Oh no, Quinn and Callahan come together. Bit of a lag moment there for Harry Quinn. He's going to fall behind Chris Callahan. So at the top end of the field then, crossing over the line first but demoting to about 4th I think, is going to be this man. Great run. Absolutely stonking start, but sadly it was a jump start. Crossing over the line first is going to be Kiki Mack. But taking the win by the merest amount, unless the penalty count change, which it has not. Your winner here in race number 2 for the AM category is Finley Swarbrick, chased home by McRae Williams. What a great battle that was. Well played. And Matt Webb is going to be promoted up into the podium spots. Unless he has fallen too far back or got his own. He's got his own penalty. Matt Webb on the last lap got a second penalty, and that's denied him the podium. Kiki Mack is held down to 3rd by the merest margin. Carl Alden is 5th place. McKinley up to 6th. Callahan 7th. Ericsson in 8th. Quinn 9th. And Morton in 10th position. Here comes Andrew Whitehead. Cross over the line and take 11. Trevor Hummer in his first round for the VTCC. Sliding that number 13 BMW around. He's going to take 12th with Mark Holmes. Car looks really undamaged, but he was caught up in that opening lap fracas. He's going to cross the line in 13th place. Dave Garside with very little of his car left. He's going to cross the line in 14th place. That's actually Kev Straw already behind him. A lap down. The mysterious Matt, I don't know who this is, I'm afraid. The unknown Matt, we didn't really see a lot of him after the opening laps. He's going to cross the line in 15th. Alex Hughes and Kev Straw, 16th and 17th respectively, a lap down. What a crazy race that was. So just to confirm before we speak to whoever it is that's just jumped to the channel with me, Finley Swarbrick takes the win. McRae Williams 2, Kiki Mack 3, Matt Webb 4, Cole Alden 5, JP McKinley in 6th, Chris Callahan 7th, Toby Erickson 8th, Harry Quinn 9th, Sean Morton in 10th, Andrew Whitehead 11th, Trev Hummer 12th, Mark Holmes 13th, David Garside 14th, The Unknown Matt in 15th, Alice Hughes 16th, and Kev Straw rounding up the field in 17th place. Right, who has jumped in the box with me? It is our top 2. Let's have a chat with returning driver McRae Williams. Well, that's a way to return, isn't it?
That was amazing. That was pretty good. I mean, well done, Finn. That kept me on my toes, definitely.
Yeah, that was a very close race. Good driving, man.
Yeah, that was great fun to watch. What of it I could see. I was bouncing around throughout the field as well. You both know that I do. But my goodness, yeah, you gave me a lot to do again, gentlemen. I mean, McRae, were you sort of really pushing as hard as you possibly could, or were you trying to keep a bit in reserve?
No, that was fairly close to the limit. Also, I was trying to be quite cautious not to run into the back of him and give it respectable racing room and all the rest of the stuff. It was quite a cautious sort of beginning of the race, really, with a couple of lag issues and people around me, which I tend to struggle with a little bit. And Finn just sort of, I think, came from very far behind up the grid as well, and was suddenly all in my mirrors. And
I started in 11th, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, it was towards the end. It was pushing quite hard.
Awesome stuff. And you, Finley, another big W for you, sir. But wow, did you have to work for that?
Oh man, that was real tough. If McRae is still here, great. That was a great race.
Thank you.
It was so close. I thought you had me when you got past me. I was like, man, I don't know if I've got anything left in me to get past you here. I knew from the start of the race, as soon as I saw that Kiki had that jump start, I was like, right, there's no point trying to catch him. It's not worth it. Stay on the track. Stay within 20 seconds of him. Easy enough, and we'll be home safe.
Awesome stuff. I'm going to have to unfortunately cut you off mid-flow there, Finley, as we are about to get the third race for the pro side underway. We'll be back with you for race number 3. Thank you very much, and congratulations again for the win, and good luck for the final race. Thank you very much, Finley Swarbrick.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Here we go again. It's Gellone and Jameson on the front row with Brendan Van Heeden and Aaron Large, row 2. Here we go again, time to wind them up and let them go. It's David Mole this time that gets the jump start. And oh, that's a bog down for Gellone. His mighty stars have let him down. Oh my goodness, Brendan Van Heeden almost nudged up into the lead, but couldn't quite get it done, just about recovered. Did Gellone, as we're now coming into the twilight hours. Wow, Brendan Van Heeden challenged for the lead already, and through turn 2 comes Gellone very sideways. Jameson 2, Van Heeden 3, Stu Neal up into 4th place, and we've lost one already. Powell is out. What has happened further back, didn't really see. Everyone looks okay, everyone seems to have a great number of lights, but Jason Powell is out. We don't know what's happened to him. We're down to 13, but look at this lot. Jameson's broken away, Gillone's broken away, but Jameson's got 2 to his left, and that's Brendan Van Heeden trying to do an outside manoeuvre on the hairpin. Can he get it done? I don't think he has. Yes, he has! What a move! Brendan Van Heeden on the outside of the hairpin has managed to secure that 2nd place. Wow, but Jameson's not pleased with that. Oh no, as Brendan Van Heeden flies off the road at turn 8, undoes all his hard work. Jameson now 2, Stu Neal 3. Brendan Van Heeden slots right ahead of Aaron Large, who's in 5th position. Mark Kelly 6th. David Mole now down into 7th place. Oh, they get so close to that outside wall. But with all that going on, Gellone, there he is at the bottom of the shot, has now got himself about 1.5 seconds as we see Brendan trying to attack Stu Neal, trying to recover that lost ground. My word, absolute crazy start. Oh, is they getting a bit squiggly? Brendan's, he needs to be getting his braking right, it seems like. But then the time of night, the tire temperatures may not be where they're used to. It can make all the difference. Everybody except for Colin Dunn. Colin Dunn's fallen a bit off the back of the field, but everybody is in striking range of one another. Absolutely amazing stuff as the timing has another fit. It's Jakob Stauber, unfortunately, at the tail end of the field, but so much is going to happen in this race, I have no doubt about it. Gellone leads Jameson, leads Neal, leads Brendan Van Heeden. And then Mark Kelly on the back of Aaron Large. Right behind them, Roy Grassi and David Moll continue their fight. Then Jay Daniels, Toby Owen 10th, Andrew Whitehead 11th, Jerica Sterber in 12th. Colin Dunn, as I say, at the tail end of the field. Still side by side going on. Brendan's trying to get the inside manoeuvre on Stu Neal. He's gone in a bit too deep. Is he going to allow anybody back through on board with Stu Neal? There's Aaron Lars to try and upset the party somewhat. So even if Brendan did try and give the position, but oh no! Oh no! That is not how anyone ever wants to get the move done. Aaron Lars, I think he avoided hitting the wall, but he has been nudged up the tail by Roy Grassi. Oh my days. Impossible to know where to look. Well, that was Stu Neal that was out of position as that's Mark Kelly that's gone through up into 4th place now. Aaron Large trying to do something about it. So he did avoid the ball. Well, he's had a tap on the tail. I think that was from Roy Grassi as he rejoined. It does look like he's managed to avoid major damage. Look at that. The whole field separated by less than 11 seconds, including Colin Dunn, who is closing back in, I think, on the field. Gillow continues to stretch his legs. 1.8 seconds near enough at the top of the tree. Although Jameson, now free of pressure, has set the fastest sector 2. So once again, it's the ambition pair at the top of the tree. Brendan up into 3rd place now. Ooh, slow that one down. Just about managed it. Mark Kelly still under a lot of pressure. Mark Kelly trying to pressure Brendan Van Heeden, but he's fallen a little bit too far back. David Moll now to 6th position with Roy Grassi on his case. Being followed closely by Aaron Large. Jay Daniels still with Toby Owen on his case. No, that's not Whitehead. Of course, Andrew Whitehead is a ram runner. That is Quinton Jovito, whose game is still appearing for me for some reason. And Jürgen Sterber trying his best to make an impact, but of course everyone is slipstreaming everybody. So his opportunities are few and far between, unfortunately. Doing his best and doing what he can to hang on in there. Thank you for confirming that, Tobias, that Trevor is indeed running that BMW livery that was originally done for Toby Eriksson, but since Toby has swapped to the Renault, that's why that doesn't look quite right. Never mind, a few subtle tweaks will customise that for our American newcomer. Hopefully, Toby, the Renault yields you a bit more fortune than the BMW has thus far. Andrew Gillow just doing Andrew Gillow things, just stretching his legs. The only man in the 46s last time around. Jameson, too, has got 1.7 seconds near enough from Brendan Van Heeden behind. Another 46.7 for Andrew Gillow. Another 4/10 over the champion. There's Brendan, who's still got Mark Kelly for company. I get another message about something or other. I don't think there's anything I need to worry about too much. Yes, it's nothing I need to worry about right now. But look at this pack here. We look at Quinton Jovito, who's gone just over a second back to Jürgen Sterber. Look at this, because they're all slipstreaming each other, it's going to be very difficult for any of them to make a move. Or, as I say that, Roy Grassi gets a little bit sideways. Oh, somebody lagged there. David Moll, perhaps? Not entirely sure who that was. Oh, there's trouble! As Roy Grassi nudges the back of David Moll, who I think is having some kind of issue. We've seen someone is lagging around quite badly, but David Moll has gone from 4th to 7th. He's now 8th. So he's lost quite a few positions in the blink of an eye, but again, that's down to how close the path of the field is. Big move on the inside of Aaron Large. He's not going to be able to slow that down. Aaron Large should just about be able to hang on to that. But David Moll doing what he can to try and challenge and we go on board with Quinton Jovito. We've got the roof, we'll see a bit better. Just how much jockeying for position there is. What is Brendan Van Heeden doing down there? Oh no, Brendan Van Heeden. What has happened to you? From 3rd down to 12th in a matter of a few times. Oh dear, oh dear. No, there's Jürgen Sterber. Still hanging on to the back of that pack, but again, just struggling to gain any real momentum on them. Jay Daniels on the back of Toby Owen. Just everyone's on the back of everybody. Up to Stu Neal, who is leading that entire train. Mark Kelly is a couple of seconds down the road. There he is at the bottom of the shot there. As timing goes nuts again. Oh, is that Jay Daniels making a move on Toby Owen for 8th position? Not quite. Toby Owen's got the measure of that one, gives the necessary racing room. My goodness, that is so tense in this entire pack that half the race is gone. And just so... anything could go... If someone has a spin up front, Roy Grassi is actually... Well, if someone has a spin, that's all going to go wrong. Roy Grassi makes a move up to 4th place. Can he slow it down? Yes, he can. Roy Grassi makes a move on Stu Neal. Aaron Larch wants to do the same. Can't quite get it done, so that's Roy Grassi up into 4th position as Yerke gets his name on the penalty board. Let's have a look at what the penalties stand. 2 for Mark Kelly, 1 for Stu Neal. A jump start for David Moll. We did see that. Jay Daniels for 1 and Yerke Sterber for 2. Oh, Roy Grassi a bit too deep. Whoa, that's Toby Owen that's gone for a bit of a spin. That's put Toby down into 9th place. It went too deep at turn 8 and lost the spot to Jay Daniels. The top 3 are very well spread out now. Oh, that's Jay Daniels that's gone wide. Is that going to give the opportunity for Toby Owen to get alongside him? Not quite. Jay Daniels just recovers in time. But only just. Still side by side. Oh no, Toby Owen's been nudged off into the dust. Through goes Quinton Chauvetot. But Toby Owen comes straight back at him. Quinton tries to get back into position but nudges the side of the 42. And that's cost all 3 of them time actually. But on they go nonetheless. Colin Dunn has had his own issue, and oh my goodness, what has happened to Brendan? He's just fallen completely out of the pace. Is there damage to the car that we can't really see in the twilight? I think the stewards may have a few things to do again. That's what they're for. But Aaron Large is doing everything he can just to keep the pressure on at the tail of this particular train. This long train is now split. It's a 4-way battle for 4th. Of Roy Grassi, Stu Neal, David Moll, although David Moll's not realistically in that, and Aaron Large, and then a 3-way battle for 8th behind them of Jay Daniels, Toby Owen, and Quinton Chauvetot. Oh, that's 5th. It's changing hands. Roy Grassi, Stu Neal. Oh no, it's David Moll, Stu Neal, beg your pardon. Side by side. David Moll can't quite get it done though. But great view from Aaron Large's car. This entire fight. And also Quinton Chauvetot again. He's acted as camera car for us quite a few times side by side with... Oh, that's... No, beg your pardon, that's Jay Daniels. This has been overtaken by Quinton. So Jay Daniels has gone from 8th to 10th. So he's made a mistake somewhere. We've seen him off a couple of times already. Whoa, Yannicka. We know you're a rallycross driver, but these things aren't designed for it. Still, lots of fighting going on for 4th position. The race is absolutely flown by 4 minutes to go. For our pro contingent, Gillones is doing Gillones things. He's still just blocking up the regular 46, the only man in the 46s in this race. Big slide. Oh, that could potentially be a penalty. That's where most of the penalties are being accrued. Is that turn 1? We'll see if his name pops up for a penalty. As we see David Moll chasing Stu Neal, who is in turn chasing Roy Grassi. Aaron Large fell off a little bit of this particular back. Here comes Moll. He's got a bit of a slipstream here. And of course, David Moll does have that jump start penalty, so he's not realistically in this fight, but that doesn't stop him having a go. He's gone on the inside of Stu Neal. Can he slow it down? Bit of a lock up into the hairpin, but nothing too major. 5th position for David Moll. Nicely done. That pack continuing to fight, and then there's the next pack behind them. Yerke Sterber not far off the back of it now. Toby Owen leads that 4-way fight for 8th place of himself, Quinton Chauvetot, Jay Daniels, and Yerke Sterber. They are a little bit more spread out than this one is, or it certainly seems so. 2 and just over 2.5 minutes remain. that's a side-by-side move. Mole and Grassy. Again, it doesn't quite happen. Oh, that's lag. That's lag for Brendan Van Heeden. That's probably what caused his incident in the first place. Oh, now Jameson's getting a wig on. He's just got fastest sector 3. And now Jameson gets his 46 lap time on the board. Ooh, look how close these 4 are running. Oh, that's wide for Stu Neal. Ooh, side by side. Mole and Grassy. Is Aaron Lars going to be able to get in there? Round the outside of turn 2 for Roy Grassy. Very nicely done. Here comes Aaron Large. Wanted to upset the apple cart somewhat. And in that mixture is Stu Neal still. There he is. He's now the back car of this particular pack. There goes the BMW round the outside of David Mole. So Aaron not waiting for the penalties to sort the positions out. He wants to do it on track. Oh, but Mole's braked a little bit later than the BMW, but he's gone a bit deep. Oh, Stu Neal! Beard eager on the right foot there. He's going to have to give that one up. Oh, he just about stayed behind Aaron Large, so the game didn't give him a penalty. Side by side still. And Stu Neal has got a slot behind Aaron Large. And if they keep fighting like that, they're going to invite this pack to catch them. Less than a minute to go. Where is our leader, Andrew Gillone? Well, it's been a pretty good night for the Ambition Racing pair. As Mr. Gillone comes through the suit curve, the final turn for penultimate time. There's Jameson. And Mark Caddy's just completely on his own. Does feel like a time trial to him at the moment. But this pack continues to fight. Look at David Mole and Roy Grassy. On track battle for 4th, but it's not realistically so due to the penalties, as the penalties are still racking up. Let's have a quick look. 2 seconds for Kelly, 21 now for David Mole, 2 for Stu Neal, 1 for Quintus Jovito, 3 for Jay Daniels, 3 for Jaka Sterber, 1 for Brendan Van Heeden. The Brendan one is not really going to make an awful lot of difference. Oh, there's David Mole on the outside of Roy Grassy coming into turn 2. Can he get it done? It's a great move. Has he got the momentum? Still side by side, just got on board with Aaron Large. I know he couldn't. Well defended by Roy Grassy to maintain the track position. But still fighting hard. Here comes Aaron Large. Where's he going to go? Is he going to try and nail the pair of them? Nope, he decides to not get involved in that one, as Roy Grassy goes very much for the inside line to keep David Mole behind him. Nicely driven. Where is Gillone? He's just started another lap, hasn't he? No, he isn't. He's just coming into the stadium. My brain went completely dead. Ooh, that looked a little wide there. I didn't see that he got a penalty. He's got time to back off in case he did. Well, these 3 still where they originally were, and then the 3 behind them are still where they originally were. So, for the final time for the pro contingent, it's 3 for 3 for the Scotsman. Andrew Gillone takes the win in fine style. All 3 of the pro wins go to the 55. Brilliantly done. Jameson, another podium for the champion. Mark Kelly, another solid result. He said he wanted to be in the top 5, and top 5 he achieved. Roy Grassy is going to fend off David Mole on track, but now that's going to completely shuffle. So Roy Grassy 4, Aaron Large 5, Stu Neal 6th position. Here we go. Jay Daniels elevated to 7th. Stu Neal 7. Jay Daniels 8. David Mole 9. Jaka Sterber in 10th. No, Brendan Van Heeden in 10th. They've actually left before, well, Quintus Jovito already retired, and that's a garage door. Right, so for the final pro race, Gillone 1, Jameson 2, Kelly 3, Grassy 4, Large 5, Owen 6, Neal 7, Daniels 8. A lot of these surnames are first names as well. Sterber in 9th, Brendan Van Heeden 10, David Mole 11, Colin Dunn 12th, and we did have a few retirements. Quintus Jovito was one of them towards the end of that race. That was all kinds of crazy. Wow. Whew. My word. So I need to switch back over to the AM lobby, see how they're getting on. So just for a moment, we'll get the music back on again. And again, in the meantime, if any of the drivers wish to come and have a chat to me, I'm sure a few people have a few things to say. Aha, we have the triple winner of the night, Mr. Gillone, has joined me again. Hello, sir.
I have been summoned. Yeah. That's about as good as it could ever get, isn't it? You can't ask for more than that. Literally the only mistake I've made all night so far. Well, we'll ignore the start off the line on that race 3. That didn't go very well, but got away with it somehow. But race 2, I don't know if you caused it or not, but I hit the curb on the exit of turn 1, and it kind of kicked me, it spun me, spewed me off, and I bounced off the wall on the inside, like on the pit exit wall. Picked up damage when I was in P3, and I thought, oh well, that's loading that one then, because I had a little bit of damage in the front wing, but still managed to sneak past everyone. But no, the car was obviously strong, and everything just went right. I had the perfect teammate behind me that wasn't really pushing too hard on that second race around, and the third one. So yeah, can't go any better than that, really.
Well, no. I say the start didn't go your way. I did see the start was difficult for me to miss as you were at the front. But yeah, your wonder start. What happened?
Well, you cursed it in race 1, didn't you?
I knew you were going to do that. I knew this was going to be my fault.
What you specifically mentioned about the awesome starts on the first interview.
That's because every start you've had has been absolutely cracking.
Yeah, well, let's just not talk about them again, shall we, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't get it right at all. It's a very fine line between being absolutely awesome and bogging down horrendously. It wasn't as bad as they have been when they go bad. So I managed to keep the lead just. I think somebody was actually on the outside of me in turn 1. But we kind of just got away with it, really, more than anything else.
And then off,
had the pace to pull away.
Off into the sunset you danced.
Indeed. Yeah. No, the car was awesome on loose. All went well.
Well done. Very well deserved. All 3 wins to you. And I look forward to how the rest of the championship is going to shape up. Thank you very much, Andrew Gillone.
Thank you.
We have also been joined by the home resident of the track, the home resident of the country, I should say. Guten Abend, Herr Moll.
Guten Abend. Thank you for having me here.
Always a pleasure, sir. So, home track for you. What is Hockenheim a favourite for you?
Well, I thought so. Apparently not.
It hasn't. It's been a bit mixed for you tonight, hasn't it?
Oh, race to forget, to put it lightly. First race went good. P3, if I'm correct. And after that, horrible lag and accidents in the random grid race. And in the third race, I just apparently I jumped the start. I say I did not.
Well, I mean, the stewards panel are there to review it, so by all means, make use of the stewards panel. I did see the penalty pop up. I didn't see the start itself, so I can't comment on whether it was or wasn't.
Yeah, I really hope for the best, because I really did not jump the start. It put me out of the points after a really good fight I had with others.
You had a wonderful fight with Roy Grassi, didn't you, for 4th, I think it was, at the end of that.
Yeah, he drove really well. Good defending, good attacking, clean racing. Props to him, that was really good. Just hurts a bit that I still got this penalty, so for now I'm not in the points. But maybe I get what I...
By all means, head that one over to the stewards and they'll have a look at that. But so, I mean, whilst it has been a bit of a mixed season, you're of course a newcomer to the VTCC. How have you found it so far?
Well, like you put it, it was a very mixed start. Silverstone and part of today can just be forgotten. Last race at where was it?
Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen, that's the word. Yeah, that was awesome. But I think it's setting in nicely. I think there are already some people out there who've shown that they are really good, like Andrew. and I think I can slot myself there in nicely somewhere at the top. Just need to get my luck together.
Absolutely, and we look forward to you doing exactly that. Dankeschön, Herr Moll, and we look forward to speaking to you again. Thank you very much, David Moll.
Immer wieder gerne. Bye bye.
Good night indeed. Right, we are already in the lobby of the AM qualifying. It is just rounding out, so if I unmute the session, kill some music, either they delayed the start or they have had a problem with themselves, because I don't usually get into qualifying before it's ended. But look who's at the top of the tree. Mr. McKinley and Kiki Mack are at the top of the tree. So once again, it is the Donegal pair that are at the top. And Finley Swarbrick right there as well. But look at that! Alice Hughes has had an absolute storm. I mean, she's had I think it's fair to say, a very rattled start to the season. But here she is, starting in 4th in qualifying. What an absolute belter there. Byron Zimmerman and Andrew Whitehead, great effort there. Well done from Byron. That's also a good, solid start there. Andrew in 6th. And we'll catch up with the rest in a minute. Alice Hughes was just setting the fast. Well, that must be an old message, because she was in 4th. That probably was there from when I actually joined. Chris Callahan and McRae Williams. So McRae down there in 8th, considering he was pushing for the win. Interesting to see him down there. Maybe he's not so much a strong qualifier. But again, that could be the time of day that are affecting how the tyres warm up and what have you. Matt Webb and David Garside take on row 5. Sean Morton and Harry Quinn in row 6. Carl Alden and Adam Bent, row 7. Kev Straw and Tobias Eriksson in row 8. Again, I still haven't identified who that is, who the match is. Oh, I wonder if... No, never mind. I did have a thought. I thought it was Mark Holmes, but of course it's not a Matt. He's not a Matt, he's a Mark. And Trev Hummer finds himself at the tail of the field. Not by far, only a couple of tenths off the back of Mark Holmes, so still finding his feet somewhat, the newcomer. Hopefully they will move the session on, as we are still looking at the qualifying results. So we just need to wait for the lobby host, which is Chris Callahan, to press the button, which he has. So 2 minutes then as a countdown for this session to get underway, and it's the final race of the night. And I have no doubt that they will be just as hotly contested as the pros. Oh, excuse me. So the usual suspects up front, but with a few surprises right behind them. Will it be the top 3 that run off into the distance? Now, I think it was McKinley did say that there is a tribute. Yeah, that band on the back of the car is a tribute to... I'm just going to read his message. I didn't get a chance to point this out. In the that he and Kiki are running. It was a tribute to Manus Kelly on the back, a fellow Donegal man that died in the Donegal rally. So a fair play, a fitting tribute to Manus Kelly. That's McKinley and Kiki Mack are running. There they are, the band on the back. Right then, so for the final time of the night, we will see how the AMs are going to fare. They've got 35 seconds to ready up. We've lost one already, it looks like. Right then, for the final time of the night, it is time to wind them up and let them go. Who is going to be... Oh, it's a fairly steady start from the front, it looks like. The Beamers again. That's Whitehead that wants to get involved in the action, but McKinley holds on to the lead. My goodness, Whitehead up to 3rd. He's displaced Finley Swarbrick. He's shoved Finley Swarbrick indeed. What a start from Andrew Whitehead. Has absolutely blitzed it into 3rd position. Swarbrick is then trying an outside manoeuvre into turn 2 to regain that 2nd spot. And 3rd spot rather. And he does indeed. Looks like everybody has made it through. Just looking further back in the field. Oh, Trev Hummer has had a bit of a steady start, but does look like... Oh, bit of a lag there, but then he's in America, so I can forgive him for that. Does look like everybody has made it through so far. Into turn 1. Oh, that's a spin! That's a spin for Kiki Mack, and that's caused absolute chaos behind. Oh, someone got. I think Alex Hughes got a bit of a clout there from the tail from David Garside. It looked like, but both cars still running. Now McKinley has got a bit of a couple of seconds gap from King-Kodiak, who had that particular spin, but now got Finney Swarbrick all over him. Now they do run team orders. They're perfectly allowed to. There is nothing in the rules to say they can't, but Swarbrick does look like he's on the inside manoeuvre, and for some reason my game is stuttering. I don't know why, but then there's been issues everywhere. Oh, that's issues. That's Whitehead that's just flown off the track to the right, and that was Finney Swarbrick. So Swarbrick's had trouble, and now he's dropped all the way to 7th place. Where did Andrew Whitehead go? He's all the way down to last. Oh no, that spin has put him all the way down to the tail of the field. Well, I say that, and then unfortunately Trev Hummer has had a big lag moment, and the game can't decide where he is at all. Ericsson in 15th position chasing Mark Holmes, but that's just given JP McKinley free rein to just dance off into the sunset, very much as Andrew Gillone did in the first race, in the pro race I should say. Callahan has got McRae Williams all over his tail though. McRae all the way up to 4th now. So again, oh, that's one gone. That's who we just lost. I think we have lost our, yep, we have lost our American contingent. We have, or one of them, I should say, Trevor Hummer sadly has gone. We did see that Hughes strange lag moment. Because McRae Williams shaping up a move on Chris Callahan for 3rd place. He's going to try and make the move. Oh, he's committed to it. Oh, bit of a late move. He's gone very tentative to the apex. Oh, and then clouts the outside of Chris Callahan. There's Adam Bent. He's got himself a penalty. Still side by side, but McRae Williams has managed to wrest that 3rd place from Callahan. But look at this lot behind. Alex Hughes has fallen a bit off the back of this particular train, but look at Finney Swarbrick all over the back of Byron Zimmerman, who smacks the apex. Swarbrick had nowhere to go. Gives Zimmerman a bit of a boot, a kick on the backside to get going again. Unfortunately, Zimmerman just caught that apex at turn 8 a little bit hard, which put him on 2 wheels. Now into the stadium. Oh no, who's that who's wandered off? It's McRae! It's McRae Williams from 3rd position! Oh my goodness me, even the mighty McRae's made a mistake. Careful as you rejoin. She does. And again, look at this pack here. Tobias Ericsson's at the tail end of. Kev Straw's having a bit of a stronger run. Oh, Garside's gone all out of shape. It's Kev Straw. Ericsson's got nowhere to go and sadly joins that particular accident as Andrew Whitehead swings around the outside of Ericsson almost into the back of Kev Straw. My word. There's Sean Morton on the back of McRae Williams. Oh, who was that that was off? Oh no, Zimmerman! Oh my goodness, they're all falling off the road. Oh wow, that's huge damage to the side in particular of Byron Zimmerman's car. But look at that at the bottom of the shot there. 3 wide almost coming into turn 2. Adam Benson, there's Alex Hughes in the wounded Renault. Oh, she's gone for a big spin. Huge impact into the wall. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Garside chasing Morton, chasing Williams, chasing Bent, chasing Alden. Almighty great scrap here. Oh, steady. I think it was Garside going. I think it was Morton going on the inside of Garside, I think. My word, that is absolutely carnage everywhere. Matt Webb on the back of Finney Swarbrick. So Finney's recovered back up to 4th. He's 8 seconds behind McKinley though. And that is not going to be an easy person to gain that kind of time on. There's the view from Sean Morton as he continues to chase after 8th place McRae Williams. There's the ghost map, I should say. Well, not ghost map. I'm unsure who that actually is. Zimmerman is. Oh dear. That's why Zimmerman's fallen that far down the field. I think we've lost another from this race. There's Mark Holmes at the back of this almighty great train. That's 10th to 15th. This pack is 6th to 9th. Oh, that's McRae. He's gone a bit deep. He's going to compromise his exit from the final turn. Sean Morton doing what he can to keep the pressure on right ahead of them. is Adam Bent. He's fallen off the back of Carl Alden. Oh wow, what a run through turn 1 that Williams had. Oh, you'd be a bit brave to try and move there into turn 2. And Swarbrick scored, or catching the back of Chris Callahan. That Webb was on the back of Finley last time we looked, but Finley's managed to break away from him. And we just saw King-Kodiak locking up a little bit into the hairpin. Finley Swarbrick is pushing hard to try and close down that gap. That's, I think unless JP McKinley has some kind of catastrophic issue, it's not likely that that win's going to go anywhere other than to the Irishman. But here is Morton on the back of Adam. Well, say on the back of Adam Bent. Adam Bent making a move on the inside of McRae Williams. McRae had wrested that 7th place from him. But that is very securely back in the hands of Adam Bent. It was a great conclusive move. Sean Morton could sound like he kept his foot in that, which is very hard to do through 8, 9 and 10. But already you could see that Adam Bent feels the need to defend. Coming into... Oh, that's not a great line there from Morton. Oh, bouncing those Williams off of Adam Bent. And just about manages to keep his car in check. My word. Craig Williams not having such a strong race this time around. Ooh, he had to get out of it then. He had a bit more momentum that he just simply couldn't use over Adam. As they come streaming over the line once again, half of the race gone. Craig Williams is just wanting to get on with it. On the cockpit cam of McRae. I wondered if he was going to have a getting up the inside of turn 2. He kind of showed his nose a little bit, but was never close enough to make that one stick. And right behind them is Sean Morton. He's not. I was going to say he might be in the striking range of Dave Garside, but not really close enough for that. Here we go. Bent slipstreaming Alden, and McRae Williams slipstreaming Adam Bent. Down towards the hairpin. Oh, what's going to happen here? No, Carl Alden flew off the road is what happened there. Just send it is the message on the back of Adam Bent's car. And Carl Alden has to slot in behind the pair of them now, so that's Carl Alden down into 8th place. Finley Swarbrick has caught the back of Chris Callahan now. And there at the bottom of the shot is King-Kodiak. Oh, is that a move from Swarbrick for 3rd? Nice effort there on the inside of the bank turn 12. He means business. Very nicely done, Finley Swarbrick. Not many penalties to look at this time. Just 2 for Adam Bent, 1 for David Garside. In fact, it's just those 2. That's it. We'll see if it's that way towards the end of the race. Well, we're in the final third of the race almost. Thought Sean Morton had gone off the road there, but it was just the cameraman being lost as Adam Bent and Carl Alden's gotten past him, so there's still lots of fighting going on there. Now McRae Williams up to 6th position. We look away briefly, and this lot have completely shuffled round. There you can see Williams has really broken free of Adam Bent and Carl Alden. Adam wandering very wide at turn 2. That is likely to cause a slowdown warning, which he seems to be very much ignoring. Oh, that's going to be in the back of Alden. Wasn't a big impact, so didn't upset the apple cart too much. Andrew Gillone saying +1 to move Kelton Burmester Pro. I have no objection to that particular motion. There's Callahan still with Finley Swarbrick in hot pursuit. I'd say Finley Swarbrick, multiple race winner, certainly in contention for promotion next time around. Oh, there's Andrew Whitehead having an argument with David Garside. Oh, and Sean Morton some way down the road. And Kev Straw's in there as well, I think. Yes, he is. He's the Leeds racing car at the back of that particular pack. Oh, Adam Bent still having an argument with Carl Alden. Wow, McRae Williams is gone. He's got himself a good 2 seconds over these two now. There he is at the bottom of the shot. He is using this opportunity well can. There we go. Old crew. Callahan and Swarbrick have swapped round. Yeah, third position to Finley Swarbrick. Apologies, you didn't see that one. The Pulse Racing star of Finley Swarbrick up into the podium positions. I mean, as much as the podium position is still a very good result, you could almost argue that's damage limitation, as his main championship rivals are the Celtic Bromance pair, both of which are ahead of him. So the top three, as they stand, are the top three in the championship positions as well. JP McKinley leads King-Kodiak by 5. McKinley leads Swarbrick by 17, which, being with we're not even halfway through the season yet, are by no means insurmountable amounts of points. And also bear in mind that those points are accrued over all 3 rounds. Swarbrick's won 2 of them tonight. It's going to take a bit of luck to win this one, but certainly McKinley has been, other than race 2 really didn't go his way for the AMs. We didn't see race 1 as we were looking at race 1 for the pros this week. Adam Bent still pressuring Carl Alden for 7th place, and Andrew Whitehead is still on the case of Sean Morton. At the tail end of the field, Mark Holmes is now on the back of Tobias Eriksson. Callahan hasn't lost the back of Finley Swarbrick yet. Freddie is absolutely rocketing on, but with 2.5 minutes to go, it's unlikely, unfortunately, he's going to catch King-Kodiak. Well, it's fortunate for Celtic Bromance, and King-Kodiak quite happy with that, I'm sure. Doing what he needs to do in 2nd place. JP McKinley doesn't need to push on. It's 49.5 for him, 48.9 for King-Kodiak. What does Swarbrick get on the board? A 53.7. So that lap didn't go his way. Penalty in there? Yeah, 2-second penalty for Swarbrick. So unless he absolutely rockets away from Callahan, then that could shove Finley Swarbrick off the podium. We'll see how that unfolds. So battle for 7th still rages on. Carl Alden, Adam Bent, not far behind them. Andrew Whitehead, who's gotten ahead of Sean Morton for 9th place. There is the BMW ahead of the bright yellow Renault. That's the view from Adam Bent. So he's certainly able to keep pace with Carl Alden. Hasn't yet found the extra bit he needs to work his way past. Keeping an eye on the battle for 3rd, though. That's what it looks like at the moment. So bear in mind, as mentioned, that Finley is carrying that 2-second penalty. And Callahan at the moment is within that all-crucial 2-second amount to regain the podium. That's the view from Sean Morton, staring at the back of Andrew Whitehead, who is still staring at the back of Adam Bent, who is still staring at the back of Carl Alden. Oh, that was a bit of an unusual line from Alden. He's made a mistake, and through goes Adam Bent, and potentially through goes Andrew Whitehead. Outside run, nicely done through turn 8. No, it isn't. That's turn 12. Beg your pardon. No, it was right first time. That's turn 8, 9, and 10. BMW still side by side with the Renault. I think he's going to have to slide now. Yep. Andrew Whitehead didn't quite have the overspeed he needed to make that one work. Is he going to think about an inside at 12? No, not yet. Oh, steady. And Swarbrick didn't have such a good... Oh, he's added another second to his penalty count now. So unless Callahan falls off the road, then it does look like the podium's going to go the way of the car 49. As the checkered flag is out awaiting the Celtic's Bromance pair that have just had the run of the mill all to themselves. And in the chat, that's a name I haven't seen for a long time. Hello, Paradiski. A very long time. Hope you're well, good sir. Still, this four-way battle goes on with Bent ahead of Alden, as we saw. Whitehead ahead of Sean Morton still. There's a three-way battle for wooden spoodle points now. Unfortunately, Tobias Eriksson at the back of it. Holmes ahead of him, and the unknown Matt in 13th place. Where to look, where to look, where to look? Well, there is JP McKinley coming into the stadium for the final time. King-Kodiak in second. Finley Swarbrick still with Chris Callahan on his case. With penalties, that is going to swap rounds before the night is done. Oh, Whitehead under pressure from Carl Alden. Sorry, other way around. Alden under pressure from the BMW. And that is through for Andrew Whitehead into 8th position. Alden just managed to defend off Sean Morton, but nudges the back of the beamer. Andrew Whitehead does manage to retain that particular position. That battle goes on. But the winner in race number 3 for the AMS is JP McKinley. King-Kodiak second. Finley Swarbrick's going to cross the line in third, but he's going to swap place with Chris Callahan due to penalties. There it is. Matt Webb, didn't really see him for most of the race. He's had a fairly uneventful race, although he just wanders off the road there. That's going to give him a penalty, I would think. Yeah, amazingly, he didn't. As he comes over the line in 5th position, McRae Williams. Oh, what might have been for McRae. He crosses the line in 6th place. Adam Bent. After all his battles, Matt Webb did get a penalty at the end. Only a single penalty, though. Didn't make a difference to the final outcome. Adam Bent crosses the line in 7th. Andrew Whitehead fends off the competition, elevated up to 7th. Alden 8th. Morton 9th. Adam Bent down to 10th. David Garside crosses the line in 11th. Kev Straw over the line for 12th. The unknown Matt. Oh, no, Tobias Eriksson is just tangled up with Mark Holmes. Mark into the wall. Oh, my days. On the final corners of the final lap, Mark Holmes sent off into oblivion. Oh dear, oh dear. And Mark Holmes limps over the line. I've already been joined by someone in the box. We'll come to you in a minute. And there it is, the confirmation of the positions before Stewart's intervention. And it's JP McKinley in the top spot with King-Kodiak second, Chris Callahan third, Finley Swarbrick fourth, Matt Webb 5, McRae Williams in 6th, Andrew Whitehead in 7th, Carl Alden 8th, Sean Morton in 9th, Adam Bent in 10th, David Garside 11th, Kev Straw 12th, the unknown Matt in 13th, Tobias Eriksson 14th, and Mark Holmes actually didn't beat the countdown in the final spot. Right, we've got quite a few people that have decided to come along, and it's still rolling in. My God, I've got the entire lobby in here, it seems like. Right, let's have a look at who we have got. Let's get the music going. Who has decided to hop in for a chat? Right, well, the first man in here was Mr. Whitehead. Hello, Andrew.
Hello.
Well,
that was a night of could-have-beens.
Well, once again, it was lead BMW, but once again, you had a lot of fighting to do.
Well, I mean, the problem is the BMW gets such a good start, so generally in a good position into turn 1, but then everybody else has got to fight back from there, so it ends up being a bit too aggressive, and I ended up with damage. So and fighting back from I don't know, right at the back, I guess.
Yeah, it was near the back at one point. So, well, you're used to it. You should be an overtaking master by now.
It's good practice, I'll give them that. But, I mean, race 1 was, second on the grid, got a good start, and without any damage was able to just not necessarily drive away, but it was a decent win. But then with the second and third races, just picking up damage in those first few corners, it cripples the car, and there's only limited amount you can do from there. So, yeah, a night of could-have-beens.
A great shame, but we look forward to seeing you towards the sharper end next time out. Thank you very much, Andrew Whitehead.
Thank you.
Oh, quite a few people to pick. Let's have a chat with one we don't often get a chance to chat to, Chris Callahan.
Hello.
Hello to you. Well, you seem to be constantly fighting with someone all night.
Yeah, we were, I think without the penalties, obviously Finny would have finished ahead, but yeah, it's been battling with Finn again. I think it was pretty much the same for the Theo Cup as well.
Yeah.
We just seem to be annoying each other, but it's clean. We can trust each other, I feel, anyway. I mean, yeah, I hope it looks good on the stream as well.
Well, very much so. You two were inseparable this time out. So, were you envisaging being on the podium tonight?
I don't know. I do like the track. I've been there before a few years ago for the actual Formula One. It's definitely an improvement on last season. something happens at the start of race 2, but I'll have to sort of review the footage and see what's going on there. If I'm at fault, I'll hold my hands up. If I'm not, don't know yet. But yeah, I think my evening was 4th, 7th and 3rd, so fairly happy.
Towards sharper end, are you thinking the same thing after the Scottish terror that is Bannockbrae next week?
I think the weather might play a huge part in that. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that.
Excellent stuff. Good luck for that and the rest of the season. Thank you very much, Chris Callahan.
Thank you.
Oh, Finley.
Again.
What happened?
One of them was very strange. I think, what is it, 3 seconds I ended up with or something. One of them I must have put maybe half a tyre wide. Definitely didn't gain anything, and it didn't even pop up to say slow down. It was just like second
Doink.
penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. But you know, it is what it is. Can't argue them. But that race with Chris was good. That was some of the best racing that I think I've had in my sim career.
We did see you in the midfield somewhere in the stadium early on in the race as well. So you had some excursions in that race.
Yeah. In race 2 as well, I started from 11th in race 2 to get the win. And then race 3, I think I got off to an okay start. And then I had a coming together with, I think it was Matt Webb, round the right-hander before the stadium section. Just a little bit, I'm not sure what happened. And I got punted off to the grass. I think that put me to 7th or 8th. And then it was just a case of keep focused, keep it on the track and see what happens.
Fair play to you. So looking forward to Bannockbrae next time out?
Yeah, actually, I think surprisingly, we did it for the Clio Cups not long ago, so
yes, we did.
Somewhat of an understanding of the track. I can imagine it's going to be pithing it down the whole race.
Hopefully you have better luck than you did in the Clio Cup, because if I recall, that didn't go well for you.
I don't think it did, no. I think we did 2 races, and I think one I was pretty much killed in, and the other one I think I did maybe 5th or so, maybe a little bit lower, but not where I need to be for how this championship's going.
Still plenty of points up for grabs though, and we wish you the best of luck for the remainder of the season. Thank you very much, Finley Swarbrick.
Thank you,
Mr. McKinley.
How's it going?
Well, you could not have asked for better. That, sir, was exemplary. Well done, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much. Yeah, I just got really lucky in qualifying. I managed to put in a decent lap, and then I decided to give Kiki a tow around so we could try and lock out the front row, and then just try and control the race from there. And I was lucky because with the incident going down into the hairpin with everybody else, I could just hear everybody going mad on the Discord. But I managed. I think me and Kiki got away. We didn't have any contact, so then we just put in some decent fast laps to pull a gap, and then just held it at there. Didn't take any risks after for the last 3 or 4 laps. But so I'm really happy with that there. Yeah.
And every right to be. That was brilliantly done from. There's already calls for the Celtic Bromance pair to be elevated to pro.
I don't think that now. I've had a few races with some of the pro guys, and they're definitely a hell of a lot faster than me.
You're too modest.
No. Half the time it's luck. It really is. Half the time it's all luck. Like that race 2 was. I had no luck in that race.
True.
I think I was involved in like three crashes in the first lap.
May the luck of the Irish continue to hold for next week and onwards.
Thank you
very much, JP McKinley. And finally, we have the captain, the boss, the man at the top, the big white chief. It's Toby Owen.
Good evening.
I'm surprised to see you in the box. You're always welcome, sir. I mean, you weren't in that particular race for a start, but
no, I was in some of the preceding 3 though. So
true, that you were. That obviously you were. Your night has not held so much of the top end results, but has certainly held some interesting battling going on.
Yes, I mean, race 1 and race 2 both had a couple of issues. Which were attributed to lag. I think, unfortunately, across both lobbies there have been server lag issues, which is very unlike Project Cars 2, but that has caused a few incidents, and unfortunately I was caught up in some of those. So race 1 and 2 didn't really go to plan. Race 3 was much better. I think I got a 7th or an 8th, which is much more like it.
That is where you prefer to be. Bannock Bray, if I remember correctly from the Clio Cup, is one of your favourite tracks, but you got mullered every single time in the Clio Cup.
Yeah, it's got a flat-out first-hand corner, and then you're in 6th gear by the time you arrive at a blind right-hander. And if anyone goes off on that right-hander, then it's completely unsighted, which happened a couple of times. So,
indeed.
Yeah, everyone's just got to be really cautious next week, I think. But that could obviously lead to some quite tasty moments next week.
Oh, that I have no doubt. And we wish you the best of luck for next week and the season moving forward. Thank you very much, Toby Owen.
Thank you. And
that is going to wrap it up for this evening. Thank you very much to those that have been with us throughout. A great pleasure to have you on board. We will be back next week for Bannock Bray. Oh, what a race we have. That's going to be rather interesting with this many touring cars, and I cannot wait for it. Do join us for same time, 7:45 UK time for that one. Until then, thank you very much, and good night.